Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight to your dream.
Hello. Is there anybody out there? Is there? I feel like Orson Welles. Is there any life left out there anywhere? About the time I got to my car last night and was able to get in and turn the radio on, I slowly made my way from the studios, which surprisingly remain intact, and then got onto the on-ramp onto southbound I-25, and about that time, the President of the United States spoke, and then it was like a giant mushroom cloud. It was like this giant, unbelievable shock wave. It was both simultaneously frightening, and at the same time, it must be like what it's like when you die and you go to the light. It was the apocalypse. Now, how I survived is, well, I've got a Hertz rental right now, and I think because I'm driving a Hertz rent-a-car, because some dumbass rear-ended me, as you know, a couple of weeks ago on I-25, I think the fact that I'm driving a Hertz rent-a-car, which is a Land Rover, which is a British-made car, so it was immune. It was impervious to the apocalypse last night. I was able to make it to the bunker, and then, so I had some MREs and other stuff, and then I made my way back through the debris and all of the bodies and everything, because I was determined to come in today and do this program in the event that there was somebody somewhere that survived last night's apocalypse. So if you're out there, send a signal, like a tweet. Or if you're on the YouTubes, because the YouTubes are like cockroaches and it'll never go away even in the event of a nuclear disaster. So if you're on the YouTubes or the Facebook or any of the social media platforms that are impervious to any sort of destructive behavior, let me know. And then I came to this conclusion. And I'm just as serious as a heart attack about this. Donald John Trump is a master showman, and to some degree, a master politician. I don't believe he's an ideologue in the sense that he's had any deep thoughts about certain public policy issues. But on a 30,000 or a 45,000 or let's just say a 60,000 foot level, he knows what he believes in. And one of the things that he believes in is performance art. He should get an NEA grant. They should just say, Mr. President, we know you're not taking a salary, but we're going to give you a grant for performance art. It's the consummate ability to simultaneously troll his enemies, which are far and wide. I said far and wide, not foreign and wide. And at the same time that he's trolling his enemies, he is able to get his base fired up. Now, I think there are other judges, there are other nominees that he could have chosen which would have fired the base up more. But what he did last night was a masterful stroke in both theatrics and in the selection of the individual. Now, full disclosure, Judge Kavanaugh, if he and I were to run across each other on the street again, probably would not remember each other. He was the White House staff secretary for a portion of the time that I was there. But his office was, if I recall correctly, his office was in the basement under the Oval Office. And he was, I mean, we he would travel with the president occasionally, and so our paths crossed a few times. Not enough to develop a relationship, but we did cross paths. But in the selection of Judge Kavanaugh, Donald Trump has selected somebody that if you're looking for a nominee to the United States Supreme Court that is qualified, that is a constitutionalist, that believes in the text and believes that what you should do in interpreting the Constitution is to be an originalist. What did the founders mean when they wrote, for example, shall not be infringed? Or the prefatory clause, a well-regulated militia being necessary, blah, blah, blah. What did they mean by that? And so rather than just look for court decisions, he actually studies original documents, the Federalist Papers, to find out what did they mean when they wrote this. Because a textualist, a constitutionalist, an originalist is more concerned because that individual believes that what the founders wrote is timeless. You don't need to adapt the Constitution to the times. You just need to understand that the right of free speech shall not be infringed might need to apply to, an email, a radio program, an electronic speech, or a book, a newspaper, something that maybe didn't exist, or at least didn't exist in the form, but the principle applies regardless of the current state of technology. And so he has, I think, said to the base, I've got you a qualified candidate. Yet at the same time, he was able to say to the left, I got a guy that's going to look at the original meaning of the Constitution. So rather than make up law, rather than try to make legislation from the bench, he's simply going to interpret what that second or the first branch of government, the legislative branch, is supposed to do, which is write the laws. But the other thing that was masterful, in my opinion, and I think this is from his TV days, was doing this in prime time. This wasn't a, it was prime time. It was what 9:06, 9:08, whatever time it was when Judge Kavanaugh walked out with his family. It was prime time on the East Coast, prime time in the Mountain Time Zone, and prime time on the Pacific Coast. He handed it to the Democrats last night and said, you want a battle? You have millions of documents to look through. You're going to find little things here and there that you're going to bitch and moan about, but you're not going to be able to do anything. So the first thing I did this morning after last night's apocalypse was I got up, I had breakfast, and then I got on the rowing machine. And I turned to CBS This Morning because I wanted to see what the mainstream media was going to say. Let's just say I got a really damn good aerobic workout this morning. Was I ever pissed? And I'll let you listen in on why next.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance
A lot
Company.
going on this afternoon. Jam-ups on the highways. There's also a lot of smoke in the area near northeast downtown Denver, Commerce City area. It's a large fire at a trash facility north of I-70 and west of 270. C470, a big accident westbound C470 approaching Quebec. 4 cars, left lane, left shoulder, jammed up there from I-25. C470 nearly stopped out near Santa Fe with another accident. Fire crews on scene. Westbound C470 at Santa Fe. Avoid the highway. You could hop on County Line. Then forecast. Tonight, clear skies, low 65. Sunny tomorrow with a high near 94. Right now, 97 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
You know, press reports say that President Trump's own attorney, Michael Cohen, might flip and work with special counsel Mueller. Well, is that story real or not? What's going to happen to the Trump presidency? Will Stormy Daniels really stop Trump's agenda? Well, I doubt that. You can get the surprising answers from Jerome Corsi tonight on Newsmax TV. Jerome Corsi is the author of the new bestseller, Killing the Deep State. It's a great book and reveals exactly how the deep state wants to stop President Trump. Corsi reveals the big story, for example, behind the Stormy Daniels case. So go get the book, Killing the Deep State, but also tune into Newsmax TV for Jerome Corsi tonight at 7 o'clock on The Joe Walsh Show. 50 million homes get Newsmax TV, America's real conservative news channel. You can watch Newsmax TV on DirecTV channel 349, dish 216, or UVerse 1220 and FiOS 615. Or do this, download the Newsmax app on any smartphone and start watching. I watch Newsmax all the time. Sometimes I'm on it. You ought to watch Newsmax too. It's real news for real people.
Hit by hail? Locally owned Automotive Reconditioning Solutions uses an exclusive paintless dent-by-dent removal technique. Ask about waiving your deductible up to $500. It will be exclusively painless on your wallet. AutomotiveReconService.com.
I'm Robert, and I'm a patient of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I was in a funk because I couldn't perform sexually. I had the desire, but I didn't have the physical ability. I lived with this problem for about 12 years. It was depressing and wasn't good for my relationship. I would tell guys who were in a similar situation to skip the fake ads that promise all kinds of things and deliver little or nothing. Go to a legitimate agency that understands your problem medically. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic were very friendly. They took their time. They understood exactly why I was there. They were very matter-of-fact, very professional. Amongst other things, I felt very confident that what they were doing was safe. If you struggle with ED, like I did, I would suggest that you overcome your initial embarrassment of the problem and don't just live with it. There is an effective treatment for ED. There are people who understand the problem. Those people are at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
This is Jeff, director of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. You don't have to live with ED anymore. Give us a call at 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
If you plan on buying or selling a home, listen to this important message from Rex. There's no longer any reason to pay 6% to sell your home. Introducing Rex Real Estate. Rex sells homes for the lowest fee in the industry, 2% total, saving Denver homeowners tens of thousands of dollars per transaction. With Rex Real Estate, you get a full-service team backed by technology. They don't market homes the way traditional agents do. Rex uses big data and machine learning to attract hundreds of qualified buyers directly to your home the moment it goes on the market. And Rex Real Estate charges only 2% total, not the 6% commission your local broker expects. Get started now by calling 720-586-4006. Rex can also help you buy a home. Your licensed Rex agent will arrange showings, negotiate offers, guide you through escrow, and even get you pre-qualified for a mortgage at the lowest available rate. Rex is with you every step of the way. To speak with a Rex representative, call now at 720-586-4006. License number 100077876.
When's the last time you replaced your toothbrush? Do you always brush twice a day for a full 2 minutes? Paying attention to these good habits has a huge impact on your health. Introducing Quip, spelled Q-U-I-P, the new electric toothbrush that helps to fix the brushing habits that most people get wrong. Quip does this with a lightweight and sleek design, simple timed vibrations and guiding pulses to give you a perfect 2-minute clean. Bulkier electric brushes have awkward charging stands, modes you don't need, and can cost 5 times as much. Quip starts at just $25, and you can get brush head refills automatically delivered on a dentist-recommended 3-month schedule for only $5, and shipping's free. Quip has been featured in GQ, Oprah's O-List, and Time Magazine named it one of the best inventions of the year. So go to getquip.com/KHOW right now and get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/KHOW, spelled GETQUIP.com/KHOW.
When you need bug bite relief.
Ow! Ow! What? Ow! Yikes!
Stepped in an ant bed relief.
What a pretty plant. Wait, is that...
Poison ivy relief. You need the power of Gold Bond Relief. Gold Bond Rapid Relief Cream has twice the medicines of hydrocortisone formulas to fight itch and relieve minor pain. Plus, vitamin E and aloe to help soothe skin fast. Gold Bond Relief starts now. Use as directed.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Consumer problems, questions, and complaints. We'll battle them for you. Give me a call coming up tomorrow at 10.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Yellow-haired girl, Mr. Jones strikes up a conversation with a black-haired flamenco dancer. You know she dances while his father plays guitar.
So after the apocalypse last night, I was determined to finish breakfast and get ready to do exercises downstairs so I could watch CBS This Morning. And I chose CBS This Morning primarily because, well, the Today Show is just yesterday's news, and I wanted to hear what Gayle King and John Dickerson and Norah O'Donnell, although I don't think Norah O'Donnell was on this morning. And the reason I wanted to hear what those two had to say in particular was because Gayle King and John Dickerson are both flaming liberals. And they don't make any bones about it. I mean, Gayle King and Oprah are BFFs and who knows what else. And so I was determined to hear how in the first 30 minutes, CBS This Morning, which remember is a product of CBS News. So you would think it would be objective, but then I just like to tickle myself with dumbassery statements like that. So they led off with the kids being saved, rescued from the cave in Thailand. Okay, great human interest story. I understand why you ran with that first, because now you've got the audience captured. The audience is there because there might be more video of these poor little rugrats in the cave. Even though they've all been rescued, they're playing to the lowest common denominator, so they're hoping that people will stay through the commercial break and there might be more video of the kids. In fact, they may have even teased it somehow. And then Chuck Schumer. Now, to be completely fair, I do know as a matter of fact, although I didn't listen to it, I do know later in the next hour, but the next hour doesn't count because in the 7 o'clock hour, that's their prime audience. That's their peak audience. Now, it's tape delayed in Colorado, but still, if people are watching like Channel 4 for their news, weather, and traffic, they're not going to switch and go to Channel 31. They're just going to leave the TV on CBS This Morning. So that's the prime audience. And so you would, anything they're going to say that they want to make sure reaches the largest number of people and that's going to stick in people's minds, they're going to do in the first 15 minutes of CBS This Morning. And this is what you got.
Joins us from Capitol Hill for an interview you'll see first on CBS This Morning. Senator Schumer, good morning.
Good morning.
We know that if Brett Kavanaugh is confirmed, this will shift the balance of power on the Supreme Court for decades to come. Republicans control the majority. Is there anything you can do to stop this nomination?
Yes.
What? If all the Republicans minus John McCain, vote for Judge Kavanaugh, there is nothing that Democrats can do.
Well, President Trump, with the nomination of Judge Kavanaugh, has fulfilled or is fulfilling two of his campaign promises. First, to undo women's reproductive freedom. Second, to undo ACA. And so I will oppose him with everything I've got. Now, on these two issues, when he campaigned, President Trump said he will only appoint pro-life judges. He wanted to send Roe back to the states. That means repeal. And who has vetted these judges? A preordained list of 25, preordained by the Federalist Society and the Heritage Foundation. The Federalist Society is run by a man named Leonard Leo, whose goal in life has been to repeal Roe v. Wade. Ed Whalen, leading conservative commentator, said that no one has done more to create a Supreme Court that would repeal Roe than Leonard Leo. He created the list from which Trump chose.
And she goes on to ask, but Senator, what can you do to stop this nomination? That was it. And of course, he went on to point out that, they were going to pull out all the stops, that, they were going to show the American people how this guy is a radical and how he's not fit for public office. And it's interesting because he was confirmed with Democrat votes to the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals, which is often described as the second most important court in the land. I've always said that if you want to know who the most powerful person is in any state, who do you think that is? Many will instantly say, well, it's the governor of the state, dummy. No. It's the district attorney in the county in which the state legislature and the state capitol and the governor's office sit. Because the district attorney is the one who could make any decision to prosecute wrongdoing by elected officials in that state. The D.C. Court of Appeals is where almost every case, let me give you an example. Contempt of Congress would first go to the district court of the District of Columbia, the federal district court. That would be appealed to the D.C. Court of Appeals before it went to the U.S. Supreme Court. So it is, in that regard, the second most important court in the land. And Judge Kavanaugh has written some really, really good opinions and some really, really good treatises, and has co-authored a book with another judge, now Justice Neil Gorsuch. And that book is pretty much the black law, just a phrase lawyers use, is pretty much the black law of precedent. Stare decisis, meaning we look to the opinions of the Supreme Court, the precedent that's been set, and we follow that. And under what circumstances do we overrule precedents? And it is a book that has been praised by, and I hate the phrase liberal judges and conservative judges, because judges should not be liberal or conservative. Judges should be impartial, should owe their loyalty to the law and to the original meaning of legislation, statute, regulations, and of course the Constitution. Yeah, he and Neil Gorsuch did that. This is a real test for Republicans. This is a test for dumbasses like Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, John McCain, if he can show up, which I doubt he will, and Susan Collins of Maine. Are you going to be Republicans, or are you going to be losers?
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Busy highways and a bunch of problems. I-70, the latest trouble spot. Nissan Intelligent Mobility can reroute you around the backups. There's a car fire eastbound I-70 at Havana and a stall westbound 70 approaching KHOW Boulevard in the right lane. Holland's Ranch Drive at a standstill crash westbound C-470 at Santa Fe. Get around to use County Line. I'm Susan Thielen from KHOW News Radio and 94.1 FM.
Today is a day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
I know that a lot of you are thinking about selling your home and getting one that you really want, but I also know that you have the same fear that we all have, and that is, if I sell my house, can I actually find another one? Well, Bobby Bolden has been selling homes for more than 40 years, and she says you got to know the tricks and techniques to finding the right house at the right price. Because getting your house sold in this market, well, that's the easy part. But learning how to pick the best offer to make sure that it closes with the least hassle and the top dollar for you, well, that's the trick. Well, Bobby is the one who teaches other realtors how to get top dollar for listings, to negotiate, and how to get the best possible deal for you. So when you list your home with Bobby, she's going to have it professionally staged and have HD photos taken to the house, and she pays for that out of her own pocket. She does that because it allows her to sell your home for 10 to 12% more on average than without it. So if you're thinking about selling your house, before you do anything, I want you to call Bobby. You're going to love her. Call Bobby right now at 303-618-2000. 303-618-2000.
Belco is offering 2.5% APY on a 13-month CD for a limited time with balances of $10,000 or more. You heard right, 2.5% APY on a 13-month CD. To get that higher rate, you typically get stuck in a longer term, like 24 or 36 months, but not at Belco. This offer won't last, so visit any Belco branch, call 1-800-BELCO-1, or go online to belco.org/CDs to get started. Belco membership is required, federally insured by NCUA. Belco, banking for everyone.
Hey, we've curated playlists perfect for your summer playlists. Playlists for your backyard barbecue, cooking out, road tripping, partying by the pool, or vacationing with the whole family. Whatever you're doing this summer, iHeart Radio has hand-curated a playlist to be your perfect summer soundtrack. Pop open the iHeart Radio app, tap on playlists, and find one that's perfect for your summer listening. Always free, all your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free. Download or open the iHeart Radio app today.
By age 65, most Americans will have worked 90,000 hours. Those hours built your nest egg, which upon retiring you will need to generate your monthly income. That's because when you quit your JOB, you'll need INCOME. And since most of us don't have pensions, this will come from your portfolio. In just a few more weeks, the stock market will become the longest running bull market in American history. When the market turns from green, it'll go straight to red, with no yellow caution in between. If you let your portfolio drop, so will your income, and with it, perhaps your standard of living. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker, and I can help. For 36 years, I've been protecting my clients' portfolios and providing monthly income. We create all-season portfolios because with them, you're ready for wherever the market goes. You can reach me at Tucker Financial at 303-734-1234. You can also visit us at retirewithtucker.com or call now at 303-734-1234.
Information presented should not be viewed as personalized investment advice or as an offer to buy or sell or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned or otherwise. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss.
Hi, Dave Logan for the Willow Creek Way Network of Dental Practices. Now, these dental practices are all individually owned, unique practices that follow a common patient care philosophy called the Willow Creek Way. The part of this philosophy that I like best is no judgment. Whether it's been 6 years or 6 months, when you go to a Willow Creek Way Network dentist, you don't get lectured, pressured, or judged. You just get incredible customer service and top-notch dental care. So to experience the Willow Creek Way yourself, go to willowcreekway.com and find an incredible independent dentist near you.
Now's the perfect time to join a fan club at Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk. New members can win up to $1,000 in fan play or other great prizes just for signing up. Everyone's a winner and membership is free. Plus, provide a valid email address and you'll receive $5 in free fan play. Stop by Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk and sign up today.
Must be 21. All terms, conditions, rewards, and benefits are subject to change or revocation without notice. Eligibility and exceptions apply. See official rules. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
It's time
Time to join the millions of people that meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Zoom gives you flawless video, crystal clear audio, and instant sharing across any mobile, tablet, or desktop device. But the best thing about Zoom? It just works. So ditch the distractions, join the movement, and meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Visit zoom.us to set up your free account today. That's zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
Every home is unique. That's why I, the Orkin man, rely on science.
Mom! Orkin is here!
Hi, we have a rodent problem.
Rodents do like to find a comfortable home, and even if you get rid of them once, they're great at finding their way back in.
Mom! Soda!
Especially if there's a good source of food.
And a slice of pizza!
But using the latest research and exclusion techniques, I'll customize a treatment for your home that'll send them packing.
Don't forget the ranch this time!
Were you still talking about rodents?
Orkin. Pest control down to a science. Visit Orkin.com for a free estimate.
Denver's talk station. Online at KHOW.com.
I thought you needed to know about. I try to keep up on all the cool stuff that the cool kids talk about, and I didn't realize that there is. But we shouldn't be surprised by this. But I didn't realize that there was a cannibalism going on among the cultural Marxists on the left. You've heard me describe the identity politics that Democrats and the left subscribe to. They only care about you if you fit one of the boxes that they can put on an application form, or that they can somehow put you into that particular category, because then they've, in essence, put you on the proverbial plantation, and they're going to keep you on that plantation by kowtowing to you, by sucking up to you, by claiming that, oh, they care about you, and, well, just doing everything they can to keep you on the plantation by convincing you somehow that venturing off the plantation and thinking for yourself would get you in trouble. When you play identity politics and you start trying to break down everything, for example, I think you only really need to know a couple of things about people. You kind of need to know whether they're male or female. And beyond that, I can't think of anything. Because I don't care whether somebody is gay, straight, bisexual, or whatever the other options are. I don't really care what your race is. I don't care whether you're Mongoloid, Caucasian, or Negroid. It makes no difference to me. On a personal basis, I kind of do care about your intelligence. For example, I only like to deal with really smart people that have an IQ above, say, 61. So that rules out Maxine Waters because, of course, President Trump told us that her IQ is 60. So anybody above 60, well, then I can pretty much deal with that. But below that, I got a problem. It's what I would call the dumbasses of the world. So beyond those kinds of things, I don't really know. And I don't know why anybody else would want to know what your sexual orientation is. I guess unless you're trying to date them. But I'm just talking about in terms of just interpersonal relationships, like people you work with. Do you really care? And if you do care, like what race somebody is, or what their sexual orientation is, I would question you, because all of that is immaterial, at least from my perspective, in terms of them just being a human being. And like, are they doing a good job? Are they do they play well with others? Remember that on your report card? Plays well with others, keeps their desk neat and clean. Maybe we should just go back to that. If you meet those social attributes, maybe that's what should matter. But no, there's a movement going on called, well, it's not really a movement, but the effects of the movement are called lesbian erasure. It's a claim that the gender identity movement undermines lesbians. There was a protest recently.
Why are you protesting today?
We're protesting against lesbian erasure.
Where it's hard to listen, I mean, it's hard to hear. They're protesting lesbian erasure.
Sorry.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Well, if you don't, do you know anything about trans ideology?
I do.
Do you know anything about transgenderology? And the guy says, yeah, I do.
Okay, well then you'll know about lesbian erasure, won't you? There are men who are saying that they're lesbians.
And why have you chosen to disrupt the parade today?
Because it's a gay pride event, isn't it? Oh, that's right!
It's a gay pride parade, and they're upset because there are men who transgender, who decide to identify as women, who then claim to be lesbians. And women who are lesbians are upset about it, and they're claiming that this whole gender identity movement is undermining their little corner of the plantation.
Get me out of fight!
You disagree with transgender people being here?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do disagree with men saying that they're women and that they're lesbians. I've got nothing against people cross-dressing or anything else. But
you see, she's quite all right. She's quite all right with, you know, if you want to transgender from a man to a woman, as long as once you've transgendered from a man to a, keep up with this, you may want to get a flow chart. If you're a man and you transgender to a woman, that's okay, as long as then if you're having sex with another man as the transgender woman. But if you're the man who's transgendered to a woman and then you want to have sex with another woman, well, you're undermining lesbianism, and they can't have that. Well, here's how The Economist puts it, so don't kill the messenger. The gender identity movement undermines lesbians. Its attempt to rebrand lesbians as queer erases their identity, writes Pippa Fleming, a performance artist. There's an African proverb, she writes, that states, if you don't know where you come from, how do you know where you're going? Some of the most powerful black people known for their political analysis, social commentary, activism, legacy during the civil rights movement, blah, 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 were black lesbians. Oops, did I just say lesbian? That dirty 7-letter word that the LGBTQI community, notice they left out the L, community scrambling to apologize for or afraid to associate itself with. They're eating each other alive. You and I knew this would happen. Anytime you take the logic of the left in terms of their cultural Marxism and you take it out to its logical conclusion, well, that's the apocalypse. That's where all of these different universes collide and become one giant black hole. Just boom. It just sucks everything in, and all that matter just disappears into nothing.
I don't believe that you can change sex. Stop erasing lesbians! Stop lesbian erasure!
Don't erase lesbians. So you can transgender, but if you transgender, then you have to, let's say you're a woman. I haven't heard that there is a gay male erasure problem, but let's take the opposite. They're upset about men who transgender to become women, who then want to have sex with other women. That's lesbian erasure. Well, what about a woman who transgenders to a man who then wants to have sex with other men? Is that gay men erasure? This is the insanity, the absolute insanity that the left is imposing on American culture. I don't know what to do about it, except to point it out, mock it, point out just how stupid it is, and realize that until we put some guardrails up, we'll just end up in the sewer of the dustbin of history.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by the Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area.
Heavy traffic along the highways and a bunch of problems. There is a car fire fully engulfed in flames. Eastbound 70 at Havana, 2 right lanes. Eastbound 70 blocked at Havana. Traffic stopped from Quebec. Westbound 70, not much better. Single-digit speeds. A stall on westbound 70 out near KHOW Boulevard. That's in the right lane. There's also a fire at a trash facility north of I-70, west of 270, so a lot of smoke in the area there. That's adding to delays. C-470 is a mess, cleaning up problems near Quebec and Santa Fe. Then the forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 65. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 94. Right now, 97 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
The Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area, protecting people, property, and our environment. Sign up for early flood alerts at udfcd.org. That's udfcd.org for early flood alerts.
Are you looking for a medical clinic with an affordable concierge program? You know, concierge medicine is great, but often way too expensive. Well, Grossman Wellness Center is offering many concierge programs that have focused, individualized care, including doctor visits and lab testing. For example, the program for optimal wellness. That's designed to help slash by half the risks of heart disease and cancer, the two leading causes of death. They've got programs focused on bringing you the numerous health benefits of bioidentical hormone supplements. So if you're looking for a personalized and affordable concierge healthcare program, then you need to consider a mini concierge program at Grossman Wellness Center. Give them a call today, 303-233-4247. And don't forget to mention me, Michael Brown, for a 50% discount on your initial consultation and testing. So call my doctor, Dr. Grossman, at 303-233-4247, or go online, visit them at grossmanwellness.com. That's grossmanwellness.com.
Do you hear that? It's opportunity knocking on your home's old front door and your old windows and siding. Because right now is your chance to save thousands on new Champion windows and home exterior upgrades. Announcing the Champion Your Home sale with 30% off new Champion Comfort 365 windows, 25% off new siding and sunrooms, and 0 payments or interest until 2020. Hi, this is Dave Logan, and Champion is the only window company that I personally endorse. You can book your free appointment today online at getchampion.com. We design, build, install, and guarantee our home improvement products, so all you have to do is enjoy them. Opportunity is knocking. 30% off new Comfort 365 windows and 25% off new siding and new sunrooms. It's the Champion Your Home sale. Book your appointment online at getchampion.com.
The Champion limited lifetime warranty applies to Comfort 365 windows as long as the original purchaser owns the home. Subject to qualifying credit approval. Minimum purchase required. All discounts apply to our regular prices. Cannot be combined with other advertised offers. See store website for details.
This is Dan Kaplis. One of the things I like best about being a personal injury lawyer is that I'm a lawyer for all of the people, and that includes all of our wonderful senior citizens. Our firm welcomes senior citizens with open arms. We understand that injuries to seniors often become a tipping point event in their lives, causing a loss of independence and affecting everyone around them. We also understand that insurance companies will often try to pay less to seniors, claiming that their injuries aren't worth as much because the victim is older. In our view, it's the exact opposite. When a person has fewer years left, each year is even more valuable. At the Dan Kaplis Law Firm, we take great pride in the results that we have obtained for seniors in our community. And of course, we accept righteous cases on a percentage fee basis so that good people from all walks of life can get the representation they deserve. If you need our help, please give me a call, 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551. Or hit dankaplislaw.com. That's dankaplislaw.com.
Sheridan Auto Tech. Good people. And isn't that what you really want in an auto repair shop? So you get what you need when you need it, and you get it done right. Kevin Calkin, the owner, is honorable and will never sell you anything you don't need. He has thousands of loyal customers, been in business more than 20 years. 303-455-7242. Or visit him in 2 convenient locations. In Lakewood on Colfax just west of Wadsworth, or in Aurora on Havana just south of 6th Avenue. Sheridan Auto Tech.
This is Troy with Technoglass. We've been making auto glass easy for over 25 years. Every Technoglass replacement comes with free rock chip repairs for life and a 12-month no breakage guarantee. Visit Technoglass.com. Call 720-405-8000.
Hi, Dave Logan for the Willow Creek Way network of dental practices. Now, these dental practices are all individually owned, unique practices that follow a common patient care philosophy called the Willow Creek Way. The part of this philosophy that I like best is no judgment. Whether it's been 6 years or 6 months, when you go to a Willow Creek Way network dentist, you don't get lectured, pressured, or judged. You just get incredible customer service and top-notch dental care. So to experience the Willow Creek Way yourself, go to willowcreekway.com and find an incredible independent dentist near you.
A junk drawer. We all have one. It's full of all kinds of things. Batteries, paper clips, pens, markers, bits of string. Things that are useful on their own, but thrown together make a mess. Hi, this is Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, every Saturday here on 630 KHOW. It's easy to let our investments accumulate that same way. A stock here, an IRA there, multiple 401ks. Soon those investments start to look like that junk drawer in the kitchen. With multiple investment accounts, it's easy to lose sight of the big picture. Consolidating your investments can help keep your portfolio balanced and diversified. Need help evaluating your investments? Call today and let's talk about organizing that drawer. Call me, Linda Gardner, to schedule your complimentary, no obligation visit. 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or reach out online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com. That's yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
Ross Kaminsky, mornings 5 to 10.
President Trump now begins a week-long trip to Europe, first meeting with NATO allies and eventually with Vladimir Putin. Will he play nice with our friends or our enemy? Let's discuss Wednesday morning at 6 here on 630 KHOW.
Baby's black balloon makes a fly. Almost fell into that hole in your life.
You know, speaking of this whole problem of identity politics, it's probably affected the black community more than any other community or any other group of people. I shouldn't say community because I don't want to be lumped in. And if I were black, I wouldn't want to be lumped into that I'm a member of the black community. I'm an American. When you think about how Democrats have willfully and purposefully kept as many blacks as possible on what I refer to as the plantation, it's truly an abomination. When you look at black-on-black crime, which far surpasses any other kind of violence in the United States. Why is that? And the uncomfortable answer is we have destroyed black families. And to every rule, there's an exception, and to every exception, there's a rule. And I understand that when I talk about the importance of a nuclear family, a husband or a father and a mother, I don't mean, and you shouldn't interpret as somehow degrading the single father or the single mother, because there are success stories out the wazoo. But study after study after study shows that a child brought up by both a father and a mother is more likely to succeed, stay off drugs, stay away from crime, go through life successful, than those who don't. And when you take that single mother and that single father and you put them into a poverty situation, the likelihood of success becomes even less likely. Why do I even mention this? Fox Sports 1, FS1, as I guess the cool kids call it, was having a discussion about NFL players. And somehow they went off on a tangent. And I don't know who, Broussard and somebody, I forget who the other guy is. To me, it's immaterial. It's the fact that you have two black guys, two sports players, talking about what I just said.
And I would say to him, look, you want to be a revolutionary? You want to be woke? The most revolutionary thing a black man can do in 2018 in America is partner with a wife and raise strong, intelligent black kids that are committed to the upliftment of black people and have an appreciation for their race.
That's not me. I agree 1,000%, but that's not me.
Let me just say something about going back in history and, this was said or this happened in 1776, 1850. There's a lot of things that happened in the past that aren't true now. Times change, people change, laws change, countries change. And so if we as black people are going to have the position of, because things were this way 200 years ago, therefore we can't do X, Y, and Z. Again, as I pointed out this morning, the Democratic Party defended slavery.
Sure. And
now black people support the Democratic Party. So just like a political party can change, a country can change, people can change, times can change, and we have to be willing to move on and let time change. And so, look, Chris, I thought you said more than a mouthful and things that I really believe in, and I'm very glad you said it here on the show.
I bet he is glad he said it on the show. I think it's fascinating. You see, it's not okay for me to say it. But here you have two successful black sports commentators saying what we all know to be true, but tell that to Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson or Reverend Farrakhan, or for that matter, Maxine Waters.
The only thing I would add, though, I'm just telling you, for social media, and it's a particular issue for us as African Americans, so much of what we call black Twitter is so angry and bitter.
White Twitter's plenty angry and bitter, too.
But so much.
Yeah, Twitter's angry. In fact, they should just rename it Angry Twitter.
Much of it is, and so I actually, during the 4th of July, before any of this, I knew anything about Lonnie Walker, I actually went on social media looking like, I wonder how we as black people, what is being said from us on social media about the 4th of July. And there were a lot of people that retweeting Frederick Douglass from 1852 and basically pushing that in 1852 it was in 1852. We're in 2018 is my point, and you can't just guzzle negativity and think you're going to be healthy on the other end of it. You can't just guzzle, all these things happen to be in the past, and so therefore this is how I feel right now. It's a bad precedent. I see how Lonnie Walker got caught up in it. And again, I don't think he's going to be stained by this. I get your point.
The point is this: slavery was then, and for that matter, even though some of us are old enough to remember it, the civil rights movement was then. Today is today. The country has changed. Society has changed. Are there still bigots? Of course. Will there always be bigots? Of course. But for the black, so-called black leaders, which I find to be a horrible statement too, get over it. Just get over it. That's what they're saying.
The Michael Brown Show continues after this.
Do you fear going to the dentist? Fear no more. Visit noneedles.com. That's noneedles.com.
Hello, this is Neil Sullivan, owner and operator of the St. Vrain Market in Lyons, Colorado. Part of our mission is to bring you and your family the most local and fresh culinary options in Colorado. That's why we carry Colorado-based Red Bird Farms chicken.
Red Bird Farms chicken, available at King Super, Safeway, and City Market stores.
Adults who have crooked teeth and always wanted to deal with them, there is a way to do that. Dr. Kent Lawson has pioneered new orthodontics for adults. Straighten your teeth, widen your palate, take care of jaw alignment, help you with TMJ, stop sleep apnea with natural means in 2 years or less, way cheaper than getting a mouthful of veneers. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ, 303-690-0100. 303-690-0100.
This report is brought to you by KeyHe Distributors.
It'll be mostly clear tonight, cooling down to a low of 64. Sunny tomorrow, a high of 95. Mostly sunny on Wednesday, a high of 90, with a chance for some afternoon storms.
It's an exciting time to join the KeyHe team as a delivery driver. KeyHe offers day one benefits and your safety first. Call 800-800-2175. That's 800-800-2175. First year pay averages $77,000.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. With Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
Making the rounds. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. Vice President Mike Pence accompanying Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh as he met with lawmakers this afternoon as they work to move his nomination forward. Fox's Gernal Scott has more live.
Lisa, as Judge Kavanaugh makes those rounds on Capitol Hill, Vice President Pence, who is president of the Senate that could confirm Kavanaugh, told Fox's Brett Baer he's encouraged by the response so far.
Not just here at the United States Capitol, but really all across the country, to Judge Brett Kavanaugh, to his personal story.
But as Democratic opposition grows, the vice president says he'll let the nominee win them over.
To make Judge Kavanaugh available, to make the information available that they need.
The vice president says he's hoping for a swift ascension to the high court for Kavanaugh, Lisa.
Gernal Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer sounding the alarm.
Judge Kavanaugh on the court would lead to the repeal of the Affordable Care Act and protections from people with pre-existing conditions, and repeal women's right to reproductive rights.
Schumer also accusing President Trump of picking Kavanaugh in an attempt to shield himself from criminal charges stemming from the Russia investigation. 2 cattle ranchers convicted of arson, pardoned by President Trump earlier today, have been released.
Dwight and Steve Hammond were convicted of 2 arsons, which burned some federal land near their ranch in eastern Oregon. After a short initial sentence, federal prosecutors appealed and eventually got the Hammonds put away for the mandatory minimum of 5 years. Fellow rancher Ammon Bundy then led a group of armed protesters who took over the Malheur National Refuge in Burns, Oregon. The occupation lasted 41 days. One protester was killed by federal agents.
Fox's Dan Springer, Fox News. Fair and balanced.
When posting on most job sites, you get candidates.
I'm the sales director.
I'm the sales
director you're looking for.
But when you post on Indeed.com, you get the candidates just right for you.
I'm a sales director with an MBA, over 10 years experience, who's also fluent in Japanese.
With Indeed, you can add screener questions for a less time-consuming route to your short list of qualified candidates.
Arigato.
Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Save time on hiring when you post a job on Indeed. Get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
I just saved hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico. I've never felt more alive.
Disclaimer. Geico cannot guarantee you will feel more alive. You either possess functioning respiratory and circulatory systems, or you do not, or you are a zombie. If you are indeed a brain-starved zombie and you would like to save money on car insurance, the Geico legal team applauds your excellent life choices, even in your shambling afterlife. But we strongly encourage you to visit Geico.com or download the Geico app. Please stay a minimum of 500 feet away from our large and presumably delicious, delicious brains.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
KHOW News Time, 5:03.
Denver's dancing FBI agent does a two-step away from more serious charges.
Agent Chase Bishop will be allowed to carry his gun both on and off duty. That's the result of a change to Bishop's protection order a judge decided on in Denver court today. A spokesman for the district attorney says Bishop's toxicology report from the night he accidentally shot a man inside Mile High Distillery does not warrant further charges, but that report will not be made public until the case is adjudicated.
That's reporter Connor Shreve. Car theft is on the rise in Colorado. Beat the thief. Don't leave it running unattended with the air conditioning going. Don't leave the sunroof open. Don't leave a spare key or ID in the car. Carol Walker with Coloradans Against Theft says the top cities in the state for auto theft are Denver, Colorado Springs, Aurora, Pueblo, and Lakewood. And she says the most popular cars with thieves are the Honda Civic and the Honda Accord. That's the latest. I'm Susan Whitkin.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Busy ride anywhere you traveling this afternoon. I-70 at a standstill. Both sides of the highway cleaning up a car fire. Eastbound I-70 at Havana. Right lane is blocked up there. And a stall westbound 70 out near Colorado Boulevard. That's in the right lane. Nissan Intelligent Mobility can route you around backups. Stella northbound I-25 up near I-70. I'm Susan Thielen from KHOW News Radio on 94.1 FM.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
It's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown. Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight to your dream.
I continue to be absolutely, and I mean this sincerely, I'm not blowing smoke up your skirt. I sincerely am fascinated by the reaction of the left to the nomination of Judge Brett Kavanaugh. I suppose the only thing that Trump could have done would have been to nominate Hillary Clinton. But then the right would have been apoplectic, and we'd be going through the same thing. Why is it that we have, well, I know why, but I just want you to think about this for a minute. We have allowed the United States Supreme Court to become the tool of the Democrat Party, so that what they cannot accomplish legislatively, they can get done by when Obama is in office or a Democrat is in office and they control the Senate, or unfortunately sometimes when the Republicans control the Senate but they just put people through, of placing ideologues on the bench. James Taranto, who is the editor of the Wall Street Journal editorial page, tweeted out, he was this was Sunday night, or yeah, it must have been Sunday night, maybe Monday morning. He was making fun of the hoops that everybody was jumping through, because all talking heads were talking about who it might be, and he just starts naming the nominees going to be, and he'd just throw a name out, just random names. And at one point, he said, the nominee is going to be Brown. Now, he could have been talking about Janice Rogers Brown. He could have been talking about James Brown. He could have been talking about Bobby Brown. He could have been talking about any number of people. But I took it as an opportunity to be a smartass, right? I mean, you're shocked. I know you're shocked. But I took it as an opportunity to be a smartass, so I retweeted it with the comment, damn right, it's going to be a heck of a job, Brownie. Deal with it, you goobers, or something. And somebody, and I think well, in fact, I know they were being sincere. We'd love to see you on the Supreme Court. And I had to explain this was in an email, I had to explain that I'm not fit to be a judge. A judge shouldn't be judged on their political views, whether they're conservative or liberal. That's immaterial. They should be judged on how do they, or what do they believe the role of a judge is. And this is where I think Kavanaugh fits the bill well. You first have to have a judicial temperament. Now, if you've listened to this program for more than 15 seconds, you know that I do not have judicial temperament. I do not have the personality to be a judge. I don't have the patience. I don't have the willingness to delegate to a bunch of law clerks writing opinions for me. You want my opinion? Well, then by damn, I'll do it myself. I'm an ideologue. I am a hard right-wing conservative nut job. And I make no bones about it. If you're tuning into this program expecting to hear political commentary that's going to be somehow, and now granted, I am an equal opportunity basher, and if I think the Republicans are committing dumbassery, I'll point it out. In that sense, I might have that little sliver of judicial temperament in that, in terms of being a trial judge, it doesn't make any difference to me whether it's the prosecutor or it's the defense counsel. It doesn't make any difference to me whether it's the plaintiff or it's the defendant. If you're committing dumbassery in my court, I'm going to call you out on it. But I don't have judicial temperament. And I have very strongly held beliefs that I'm not willing to suspend in order to make what I believe is a fair judicial decision. Kavanaugh has got that. I don't. There's a reason why in Article 3, the founders wrote, "The judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court, and in such inferior courts as Congress may from time to time ordain and establish." Article 3 courts. That's the Court of Appeals, which, for example, if Congress wanted to, we always bitch about the Ninth Circuit. Well, they could split up the Ninth Circuit if they wanted to. Or they could divide Colorado. Colorado is one federal judicial district. They could divide it into 2 or 3 if they wanted to. Oklahoma has 2. 2? Or do they have 3? I forget. Those are Article 3 courts. But then the founders went on to write, "The judges, both of the Supreme Court, and inferior courts, shall hold their offices during good behavior." Meaning, you get appointed, you're appointed for life, unless you do something that gets you impeached. I don't know that this is the last judicial impeachment we had, but the last one I remember was a federal district judge by the name of Alcee Hastings, who was a federal district court judge in Florida, who was convicted on what I think was bribery charges. And he was impeached and removed from office, whereupon he promptly ran as a Democrat for Congress and got elected. That's what you need to know about Democrats. Jeffrey Toobin over on CNN said this about that clause, "The judges, both of the Supreme and inferior courts, shall hold their offices during good behavior, and shall at stated times receive for their services a compensation which shall not be diminished during their continuation in office."
Of basically the future of the Supreme Court for the next 40 years.
For the next 40 years?
Possibly, yeah, absolutely. I mean, these are young jurists, yeah.
When the Constitution was written in the late 18th century, people were expected to die in their 50s. The framers never contemplated that these terms would regularly go to 30-plus years as they do now. And, you know, that I'm glad everybody's living longer, but that's what raises the stakes on these on these nomination fights so much more, because they serve for so long.
He couldn't be any more misinformed. Oh, yeah, he's some renowned law professor. He's some great legal commentary. What he's doing is he's taking what he thinks the Constitution should read and applying it to current standards. People are living into, I don't know what the average age is for male or females, but it's got to be, for men, it's got to be well into the 70s, and for females, probably late 70s, early 80s. And what Jeffrey Toobin is saying is exactly the opposite of what a textualist, a constitutionalist, an originalist would say. Because the Supreme Court said they shall hold office during good behavior, period. Well, they don't like that. They don't like lifetime appointments, because now lifetime appointments mean that if you get appointed when you're 40 years old, you might be in office until you're 80 years old. You might be on the bench for 40 freaking years, and we don't like that. Well, wait a minute. The founders said lifetime appointments. So if you look at the original meaning is lifetime. Not what you want it to mean, because you don't like the idea that somebody might serve, like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, for 1,000 years.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by USAA Life Insurance Company.
Bunch of problems causing delays along the highways. I-70 at a standstill, both directions. Couple of problems dealing with this car fire. Eastbound 70 at Havana, fires out. Right lane is still blocked off. Eastbound I-70 at Havana, traffic is stopped from Colorado Boulevard to Havana, tough drive. And westbound 70 out near Colorado Boulevard, a stall in the right lane. Solid delays from Central Park. C470 jammed up with a crash working. Westbound C470 at Santa Fe. An accident, new crash on northbound I-25 near Hamden. Then with forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 65, sunny tomorrow with a high near 94. Right now, 96 degrees. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
Today is the day to get USAA life insurance, and for less than you may think. Visit USAA.com. Life insurance provided by USAA Life Insurance Company, San Antonio, Texas. Subject to state availability, issue limitations, and contract terms and conditions.
Are you looking for a medical clinic with an affordable concierge program? You know, concierge medicine is great, but often way too expensive. Well, Grossman Wellness Center is offering many concierge programs that have focused, individualized care, including doctor visits and lab testing. For example, the program for optimal wellness. That's designed to help slash by half the risks of heart disease and cancer, the two leading causes of death. They've got programs focused on bringing you the numerous health benefits of bioidentical hormone supplements. So if you're looking for a personalized and affordable concierge healthcare program, then you need to consider a mini concierge program at Grossman Wellness Center. Give them a call today, 303-233-4247. And don't forget to mention me, Michael Brown, for a 50% discount on your initial consultation and testing. So call my doctor, Dr. Grossman, at 303-233-4247, or go online, visit them at grossmanwellness.com. That's grossmanwellness.com.
Now's the perfect time to join the fan club at Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk. New members can win up to $1,000 in fan play or other great prizes just for signing up. Everyone's a winner and membership is free. Plus, provide a valid email address and you'll receive $5 in free fan play. Stop by Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk and sign up today. Must be 21. All terms, conditions, rewards, and benefits are subject to change or revocation without notice. Eligibility and exceptions apply. See official rules. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
If you think you have a web presence but it's not generating sales and leads for you, you're doing your business a tremendous disservice. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and you can fix that problem with Get Found Fast, Denver's experts in online marketing. Get in touch with Get Found Fast today, and in 10 minutes, they can do a free audit of your website, tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and let you know if they can help you turn your web presence into a true business asset. Learn more at getfoundfast.com. That's getfoundfast.com. If you've thought about installing solar on your home or business here in Colorado, do what I did and work with an actual Colorado company. Hi, it's Ross, and the very best choice in solar is Bright Street Energy. They've installed hundreds of systems on everything from modest homes to the National Western Complex. They offer a lifetime system warranty nearly unheard of in the industry. You can learn more and schedule your free solar consultation today at brightstreet.com. That's BRITE street.com, and make sure to ask about the special offer for my listeners.
This is Troy with Technoglass. We've been making auto glass easy for over 25 years. Every Technoglass replacement comes with free rock chip repairs for life and a 12-month no breakage guarantee. Visit Technoglass.com. Call 720-405-8000.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, I can recommend no one better than Frank Duran, the real estate man, part of RE/MAX Alliance. He's proven time and time again he can often sell homes quicker and for more money than the asking price. Call Frank Duran for a free market evaluation and see what he can do for you. Buying or selling, go with Frank Duran, the real estate man. 303-920-1622 or frankduranhomes.com.
Is your credit score preventing you from buying a home? Maybe it's stopping you from refinancing to a better rate. Hey guys, it's Ross Kaminsky, and I'm here to tell you there is more to mortgage approval than your credit score. So if you've been denied a loan based on credit score alone, well, you called the wrong lender. At American Financing, they offer custom loan programs, down payment assistance, and in-house underwriting, meaning you can expect greater flexibility during the mortgage process. Now, they look at a variety of factors, like your income, your work history, and whether you pay your bills on time. And if you're just shy of getting approved, their credit care team can offer tips on how to improve your credit, getting you one step closer to a customized, competitive rate mortgage, one that's focused on your financial goals. Affordable home ownership is within reach. It just takes a 10-minute call to the salary-based mortgage consultants at American Financing, 303-695-7000, or online at americanfinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
When you need bug bite relief.
Ow! Ow! What? Ow! Yikes!
Stepped in an ant bed relief.
What a pretty plant. Wait, is that...
Poison ivy relief. You need the power of Gold Bond Relief. Gold Bond Rapid Relief Cream has twice the medicines of hydrocortisone formulas to fight itch and relieve minor pain. Plus, vitamin E and aloe to help soothe skin fast. Gold Bond Relief starts now. Use as directed.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Consumer problems, questions, and complaints. We'll battle them for you. Give me a call coming up tomorrow at 10.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Trio Williams, they lived down a dirt road. He made homemade wine like nobody I know. I dropped by one Friday night and said,
one of the things that you're going to hear about Judge Kavanaugh is that he wrote a treatise I think it was a law review article. And I think it was in the University of Michigan Law Review. In which he wrote something to the effect, which I happen to agree with, that the President of the United States cannot be indicted for a crime that would so disrupt the government that the founders provided a separate process by which you could remove a president and then charge him with a crime. So that if, for example, let's go back to Richard Nixon. If Richard Nixon had engaged in a conspiracy to burglarize the Watergate, not the Watergate complex, the Democrat National Committee in the Watergate complex, if he had committed a conspiracy to commit that break-in, he could not be charged as president with that particular crime. But he could be removed through articles of impeachment passed by the House and then tried in the Senate. The Senate becomes the jury, and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court acts as the presiding officer in that trial. The Chief Justice acts as the judge. And the jury is the one, in this case, the 100 members of the United States Senate. And then if he's impeached and convicted on those impeachment charges of a treason, high crime, and misdemeanor, and what am I leaving out? Treason, high crime, and misdemeanor, and there's a third category. Dershowitz will tell us in a second. Then once he's convicted of that impeachment process, then if the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, or whatever his residence would be in California, for example, they could then charge him with a crime. The reason I agree with that is you do not want us to turn into a banana republic where every little Tom, Dick, and Harry district attorney or U.S. attorney or other prosecutor somewhere can just willy-nilly keep the president tied up in legal matters. Does this sound familiar? And instead, the founders provided a timely, difficult process. Professor Dershowitz says that in that regard, Judge Kavanaugh is exactly right.
Brett Kavanaugh has written extensively about investigating and prosecuting a president in an article in the Minnesota Law Review in 2009. One of the things he says is the indictment and trial of a sitting president would cripple the federal government, rendering it unable to function with credibility in either the international or domestic arenas.
He's right. He's absolutely right about that. And in my book, The Case Against Impeaching Trump, I make the argument that the Constitution forbids the prosecution of a sitting president because it says you can only prosecute a president after he's been impeached and after he's left office. The Constitution really made it very hard to prosecute or get rid of a president because we didn't want the English system where Parliament could just vote a president.
Does it say anything about investigating a president or those connected to a president or those involved with a president?
Well, surely you can investigate people involved with the president, people close to the president. We're talking about the president.
Well, but the Mueller investigation is investigating people close to the president, involved with the president.
I have no problem with investigating those people. It would have been better to do it through the Southern District of New York, but I have no problem with that. But
let's pause for just a moment. Why does Professor Dershowitz say it would have been better to do it through the Southern District of New York? Because there you have accountability. Right now, Bob Mueller has no accountability except to Rod Rosenstein. And we don't know what they're doing. Whereas if the Attorney General had authorized, or let's say the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, where Trump Tower is located, had gone to the Attorney General and said, look, we believe there may have been some Russian collusion. We'd like to conduct an investigation. The Attorney General could have said, well, start and keep me informed. Let me know what you find. And by the way, if this gets out of control, I'm going to rein it in. Devote appropriate resources, but at the same time, keep doing your job. Instead, we've got this rogue prosecutor out here, Bob Mueller, that's being held accountable by nobody. Blatantly unconstitutional, in my opinion. But that's a story for another time.
The Constitution specifies the president. For example, when you impeach a president, only the president, the Chief Justice, must preside over that. So the Constitution singled out the president. Of course, he's not above the law. Neither are senators or judges, but they get special immunity as well as the president.
The process...
And of course, CNN wants to gloss over that. They get special immunity while they're in session. And why is that? They're not above the law, but they're subject to impeachment, they're subject to removal, they're subject to recall. The founders made it difficult to disrupt our political system for a reason. They didn't want rogue prosecutors out using their prosecutorial powers to disrupt the functioning of the government. So they provided an outlet. They provided a relief valve, impeachment, or in the case of members of Congress, recall, removal, censure, any number of processes. And then upon which, if they truly had committed a crime, then they could be prosecuted.
By which you deal with the president is impeachment. That is spelled out in the Constitution.
Absolutely.
It says treason, it says bribery, it says high crimes and misdemeanors.
Right, and that means it. It means it when it says that.
What does it mean when it says high crimes?
It says it has to be an actual crime.
Does it say it has to be an actual crime?
What are all these things?
This guy's just an idiot. This interviewer is just an idiot. Treason, bribery, high crimes and misdemeanors, criminal activity. Go back to Bill Clinton. Was Bill Clinton impeached for having sex with Monica Lewinsky? No. But that's the narrative. Bill Clinton was impeached on charges of perjury, a high crime and misdemeanor, upon which, if he had been convicted of that impeachment and removed from office, then if a U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia or a U.S. attorney in Arkansas, or a DA in Arkansas had wanted to file perjury charges against the president, the now ex-president, he could have. It goes back to what I described over and over and over as the perfect symmetry of the Constitution. And why we keep wanting to bastardize it, I don't know.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
From the Fox Business Network on Wall Street, the major averages ending in the green, with the Dow posting its fourth straight session of gains, closing up 143 points. Nasdaq up 3, S&P 500 up 10. And Hard Rock inking a deal with a British online gambling company to offer sports betting as soon as the arrangement is approved by New Jersey gambling regulators. The global hospitality and gambling company owned by Florida's Seminole Indian tribe signing an agreement with Bet365 to offer sports betting at its new casino on the Atlantic City Boardwalk. And one major U.S. airline is holding the peanuts. Starting next month, Southwest will stop giving away the snacks on flights, ending a tradition that goes back decades. The Dallas-based airline pulling peanuts from all flights because of concern for passengers with peanut allergies. The peanuts will be replaced by pretzels, and on some longer flights, Southwest will offer free snacks. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Hillary Barsky.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-620-5898 now for your free reputation analysis. Our dedicated experts and patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-620-5898 to learn more or visit ReputationDefender.com.
This report is brought to you by your local Ford store.
Tough drive this afternoon, south of I-25 right now at a standstill in the tech center and shut down. All lanes are currently blocked off south of I-25, south of Arapahoe Road. Semis on fire. South of I-25 stopped in the tech center from 225, continues to grow. All lanes are blocked south of I-25 past Arapahoe. Try to avoid the area. Also a tough stretch on eastbound I-70 cleaning up a car fire. Eastbound I-70 at Havana, right lane is blocked off there. And northbound Sheridan shut down. Louisiana to Mississippi, that's water main work. Then forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 65. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 94. Right now it's 96. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
The Ford Summer Sales event is on now at your local Ford stores. Get a great deal on America's best-selling brand of fuel-sipping cars, versatile SUVs, or built Ford tough trucks. But hurry, like some of these deals won't last forever. Get to your local Ford store today. Ford, go further.
You know, I've told you a few years ago I turned down endorsing a solar company because when I looked at the financials and their business model, I just could not in good conscience endorse it and recommend it to you. Well, that's no longer the case with Zoetic Solar. With Zoetic Solar, what they do is they replace your current electric bill as payment for your own solar panels. So your monthly out-of-pocket becomes the same, except that now you own that energy instead of renting it. No down payment is needed, and once your panels are paid off, you've got free energy for your house for life. You own your solar panels as opposed to renting them, which is what those other companies do. This gives you more money in your pocket and increases your home's value. Plus, when Zoetic puts solar panels on your roof, they're also going to insulate your attic and put in a smart home thermostat absolutely free, saving you even more money. And Zoetic is a Colorado-owned and operated company right here in Denver. So if you're thinking about solar for your home or your business, call these guys for a free quote. 888-637-4447. That's 888-637-4447.
I'm an architect.
I'm a doctor.
Music producer.
I'm an accountant.
We're business owners. When I found out that I could download big files.
Really big files.
Huge files.
CAD files.
X-rays. Cloud files.
Audio files.
Zip files.
In seconds.
Not minutes. In seconds.
And that all my employees.
With all their devices.
Would have more than enough bandwidth.
I said, wow.
Wow.
Boom.
Sign me up.
That's a dream come true.
Introducing Gig Speed from Comcast Business. With download speeds up to 20 times faster than what most people have. Tons of bandwidth for everything your business does every day. And an affordable price. It's a small business owner's dream.
Now, I'm dreaming gig.
Really, really gig.
Comcast is building the largest gig speed network in the country. Now more small businesses in more places can dream gig. Comcast Business. Built for business. Visit dreamgig.com to learn more. Restrictions apply. May not be available in all areas. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed.
Retirement questions? You can bet Colin Richards probably has the answer. Join him every Sunday afternoon at 1 for Financial Independence. Financial Independence is your source for all things retirement, from how current events could affect your savings to strategies to maximize your retirement income and everything in between. Join us, Financial Independence with Colin Richards, every Sunday afternoon at 1. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
It's time to join the millions of people using Zoom video conferencing. Turn any size conference room, huddle room, or executive office into a Zoom room with flawless HD video, crystal clear audio, and instant wireless sharing. It'll even work with your existing hardware. Start your meetings with a single touch or use Zoom's new voice command feature. Hey Zoom, start meeting. Huddle happy. Visit zoom.us to set up your free Zoom room trial today. That's zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
When posting on most job sites, you get candidates.
I'm the sales director.
I'm the sales
director you're looking for.
But when you post on Indeed.com, you get the candidates just right for you.
I'm a sales director with an MBA, over 10 years experience, who's also fluent in Japanese.
With Indeed, you can add screener questions for a less time-consuming route to your short list of qualified candidates.
Arigato.
Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Save time on hiring when you post a job on Indeed. Get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
I've cursed on a Sunday, I've cheated and I've lied, I've fallen down from grace.
So, Angie, explain to me why trucks keep blowing up on I-25 between Dry Creek and Arapahoe.
So there's like a giant who has a magnifying glass.
Oh,
picking out people.
Oh,
yeah.
Where does the giant live?
In Sloan's Lake.
Well, how does the giant?
Invisible.
He's an invisible giant.
Where
did you come up with Sloan's Lake? Where in that deranged mind of yours did Sloan's Lake come up?
I know someone in the building that posts about Sloan's Lake a lot.
What do they post about Sloan's Lake?
It's because they walk around it.
Oh. Do you know you can't really walk around Sloan's Lake?
Whatever.
Do you know why?
I don't know. I've never been there.
Goose poop everywhere.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the giant.
Well, you have to walk between the giant's legs. And trust me, don't look up. Do not look up.
So wear a hat. I don't like.
I'd wear a hard hat, if you get my drift. I'd wear a hard hat. Maybe I might wear a level A hazmat suit too, just in case the giant decides to take a whiz or something. You know, you never know. So the giant is what? Taking the magnifying glass and just randomly picking trucks on I-25 to catch on fire?
Yeah. You know how like little kids, they burn the ants?
They burn trucks. And then, did I hear correctly on the traffic that we have? So we got a trash fire somewhere in North Denver.
Building.
Huh?
Recycling building.
A recycling building's on fire. We got a truck that is on fire on I-25 that shut down north and southbound traffic. Yes. I mean this sincerely. I'm sorry for all of you trying to get off I-25. Maybe we'll keep doing the show until 8 o'clock tonight. I'm taking the back road. You always take the back road, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ride your bike or drive?
I drove.
Well, of course, it's hotter than hell out. Why would you ride your bike today? Seriously. And also, we got a truck fire, we got a car fire, and we got a trash fire. What are we missing? You know what we need? A fire in this building. So I could just go on home, walk the dog. Hey, by the way, did you see you were putting your stupid picture of your stupid dog up? I can play that game too. Go to Instagram. Follow Greta the Leonberger. Can you believe I've got an Instagram page for my dog? You know,
Lame.
Diesel, you know what? Diesel probably needs counseling right now. Diesel is so depressed because he is, because Diesel has seen these pictures of Greta. First of all, I think Diesel has the hots for Greta. I mean, Greta, you got to admit.
Diesel has better.
No, wait a minute. You got to admit, Greta's damn good looking.
No, for Diesel.
That'd be kind of an odd match, wouldn't it?
Yes.
What would a Leonberger corgi
Really
look
fluffy,
like?
short dog.
So let's see. Should I put another picture up of Greta the Leonberger for everybody to look at? The dueling pictures of dogs. We're talking about fires and dogs. Welcome to Small Town Radio. We be talking about fire. We got a fire. Can we send Henry out? Let's get Jerry. Is Jerry Bell the intrepid news reporter? Is he out there covering that? Well, he probably can't get to it. This is when we need a news helicopter. We need aerial photographs. Hang on a minute. Can you talk? Can you talk for a second? Yammer.
What? Oh, you're looking out the window. You can't see it from there. You can't see it from here.
I don't see no stinking smoke. It's just right down here on Dry Creek. We should be able to see that.
Oh, wait. I thought you were talking about the recycling place.
Of course, you can't look out your blinds because you have yours hermetically sealed because you like to live in the dark.
I can open them.
Well, go look and see if you can see the smoke. Democrats are so consumed by Trump derangement syndrome, TDS. Used to be ODS, ODS, Obama derangement syndrome. Except we didn't go, tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we went crazy. We opposed Obama. We worked against his policies. We pointed out the stupidity of things that he did, but we weren't obsessed. The official Democrat Party reaction to this jobs report that points out, now I hope it gets revised upward, but still this is a damn good number. 213,000 new American jobs. Here's what Leader Pelosi tweeted out. The June #jobs report shows what is at stake from the brewing storm of rising healthcare costs, spiraling trade uncertainty. Listen, this is verbatim. You can't make this, up. The June #jobs report, which shows that we added 213,000 jobs last month, shows what is at stake from the brewing storm of rising health costs, spiraling trade uncertainty, and an economy being hollowed out to enrich big corporations and the wealthiest 1%. Americans deserve better than the Republicans' raw deal. Wow. They are reacting negatively to a good jobs report. Now, the Democrat chair, the DNC chair, Tom Perez, the Marxist, spewed out more of the same. Trump's reckless policies, actually, can I just, before I tell you what this says? Sure, give some credit to President Trump. Who enacted the tax cut? Oh, yeah, Republicans in the House and the Senate. Who started rolling back regulations? Oh, yeah, that EPA administrator that just resigned over a bunch of dumbass allegations. Oh, and we'll give the president some credit for rolling back some executive orders too. But I want to give credit sometimes when credit is due. Sometimes, like a broken clock is right twice a day, Republicans actually do some good things. They've rolled back regulations. They've rolled back some of the Obamacare mandates. They've rolled back some of the Obamacare payouts. They have passed the tax cuts, and the Democrat national chair says this: Trump's reckless policies are hurting millions of hardworking families. You see, when you give hardworking families jobs, they may no longer vote Democrat. So this makes perfect sense to me that Democrats are reacting negatively to a growing economy. Yeah, Bill Maher was right. The only way to get rid of Trump is to have a recession, so he's wishing for a recession. That's Democrat thing.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show.
This report is brought to you by QC Colorado.
Tough drive right now and a bunch of problems. Southbound I-25 at a standstill in the tech center. Stopped from Hamden. Problem is a semi in fire and all lanes are blocked. Southbound I-25 south of Arapahoe Road. Traffic is being detoured at Arapahoe, but it is a mess and traffic is stopped southbound I-25. That is south of Arapahoe Road. Eastbound I-70, it's a car fire out near Havana. Right lane of eastbound 70 blocks at Havana. Traffic there nearly stopped from Colorado Boulevard on out. Then forecast tonight, clear skies, low of 65. Sunny tomorrow with a high near 94. Slight chance for afternoon storms on Thursday, upper 80s. Right now, 96 degrees. With traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
Are your bedrooms too hot? Can't sleep at night? Air conditioning running non-stop? You can slash your AC costs by up to 80% and sleep in cool, comfortable, fresh air with a quiet, cool whole house fan. Visit QCColorado.com for more details. That's QCColorado.com.
You know, all of us know or have heard a story about somebody getting a contractor, paying them a lot of money, only to get the job never done. Now, if you want to avoid that and you want to remodel your kitchen or bath, then you need to call Brian with Professional Home Design. Brian is fully licensed and insured. And unlike other bathroom and kitchen remodeling companies, Brian and Professional Home Design does everything. They put in the cabinets, countertops, plumbing, electrical fixtures. There's no part of the job that they're not qualified and certified to do. And here's why I like the way they do business. Once you sign the agreement and the work is scheduled, you meet with their designer at the showroom and you pick out your own tile, countertops, vanity cabinets, whatever. And then Professional Home Design buys everything it costs and pass that savings on to you. No markups. Call Brian and call or text him about your kitchen or bathroom remodeling right now. 720-369-8998 or online, professionalhomedesignsltd.com.
By age 65, most Americans will have worked 90,000 hours. Those hours built your nest egg, which upon retiring you will need to generate your monthly income. That's because when you quit your JOB, you'll need INCOME. And since most of us don't have pensions, this will come from your portfolio. In just a few more weeks, the stock market will become the longest running bull market in American history. When the market turns from green, it'll go straight to red, with no yellow caution in between. If you let your portfolio drop, so will your income, and with it, perhaps your standard of living. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker, and I can help. For 36 years, I've been protecting my clients' portfolios and providing monthly income. We create all-season portfolios because with them, you're ready for wherever the market goes. You can reach me at Tucker Financial at 303-734-1234. You can also visit us at retirewithtucker.com or call now at 303-734-1234.
Information presented should not be viewed as personalized investment advice or as an offer to buy or sell or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any securities mentioned or otherwise. All investment strategies have the potential for a profit or loss.
Belco is offering 2.5% APY on a 13-month CD for a limited time with balances of $10,000 or more. Visit any Belco branch, call 1-800-BELCO-1 or go to belco.org/CDs. Belco membership is required. Federally insured by NCUA. Belco, banking for everyone.
If you plan on selling a home, listen to this important message from Rex. Discount brokerages hook you with low listing fees, but conveniently leave out the tens of thousands you will pay on the additional buyer fees, bringing their total commission close to 4%. Say yes to 2% and no to hidden fees. Call Rex 720-586-4006. With Rex, you pay 2%, all in, no hidden fees, no fine print. Rex provides full-service agents and charges 50% less than those other guys. Rex uses big data and machine learning, resulting in faster sales, a better customer experience, and more money in your pocket. Take the Rex Challenge. Pick up the phone and let Rex prove they offer the lowest fee in the industry. Call 720-586-4006. 720-586-4006. License number 100077876.
Do that
that heat? Heat is great around the pool, yard, patio, and parks, but no one wants heat under the collar. That cold, hard sweat you feel with that letter from the IRS? Did you really think ignoring back taxes would make them go away? Or what about that audit? Face it, you need help. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, recommending you get help from Larson Tax Relief, the only licensed team of experts on my referral list at referralist.com, who get between you and the IRS and negotiate the best possible settlement. Way better than doing it alone. I know Ron and Jack Larson personally. They are simply the best. They've seen thousands of cases like yours. They won't judge you, but they will make sure you get terms that work for you. Call 844-LARSON-TAX. Larson Tax Relief, where the emphasis is on relief. So enjoy your summer, the good kind of heat, and get the IRS and state out of your life. Call 844-LARSON-TAX. That's 844-LARSON tax.
Ever wonder why Miller High Life is called the champagne of beers? Because it's a flavorful, easy-drinking beer with a perfect storm of tiny champagne-like bubbles. And it's been that way since 1903.
If you've got the time,
welcome to the High Life.
We've got the beer, Miller Beer.
2018 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Drink High Life responsibly.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
Ross Kaminsky, mornings 5 to 10.
President Trump now begins a week-long trip to Europe, first meeting with NATO allies and eventually with Vladimir Putin. Will he play nice with our friends or our enemy? Let's discuss Wednesday morning at 6 here on 630 KHOW.
South to the land of the pines, I'm thumbing my way into North Carolina, staring up the road and pray to God I see headlights.
Headlights.
I made it down the coast in 17 hours.
Florida cops are ordered to return nearly $20,000 in cash to a stripper. Is he still back there?
Yes.
Are you the stripper that the Florida cops had to return the $20,000 in cash to? Was it you? I can't believe you. I don't think you could earn $20 as a stripper. The Miami-Dade Popo Department was forced to return nearly $20K to a stripper after officers illegally seized the money during a traffic stop. Ross Cates, 33, and his wife, Lizmexel Batista, a stripper employed at the Cheetah Gentlemen's Club. Hey, Wiper Man, you ever been to the Cheetah Gentlemen's Club in Miami-Dade County? How is it? 2 stars or 2 thumbs up? 2 thumbs up? How many stars? 2 stars? Only 10 stars.
2 out of 10.
2 out of, a 2 out of 10. That bad, that sleazy, huh? No wonder you were there. So 2 out of 10 for you is like, whew, class A, right? Yeah, it's, yeah, I'd give you $20 just to leave. How about that? Officers searched the couple's car, seized 6 guns, including 3, my favorite phrase, assault-style rifles, the cash, suspected marijuana oil, a few bottles of codeine cough syrup. They were charged with armed drug dealing, among other felonies. The defense attorneys challenged the arrest after the Popo bragged about the guns found during the traffic stop to local media outlets. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think we've got right here. Here you go.
News exclusive to tell you about an arsenal of weapons along with illegal cough syrup and codeine medication are found.
Ooh, illegal cough syrup. That's the scourge of the country.
News exclusive to tell you about an arsenal of weapons along. News exclusive to tell.
An arsenal. Now, when you and I think of an arsenal, like I got a mini arsenal, and I guys don't want to compare their arsenals because you might be embarrassed.
News exclusive to tell you about an arsenal of weapons along with illegal cough syrup and codeine medication are found inside a car, and now 2 people are under arrest. CBS source Peter Dench is live from Miami-Dade Police Headquarters to try to sort this out. And Peter, how did police find out about this?
Well, Elliot, police say this all came to light because of a traffic stop in northwest Miami-Dade. They say the suspects actually hit a cop car and were pulled over as a result of that. Police confiscated assault rifles, pistols, a lot of cash, and the illegal medication.
A simple traffic stop unfolded and led us to something as big as this, where somebody had an arsenal in their car.
A table filled with assault weapons, pistols, and more than 10 bottles with liquids you normally need prescriptions for, including promethazine with codeine.
We have to be really careful on who we're dealing with out on the streets, because you never know throughout the streets of Miami-Dade County how many weapons are inside a vehicle.
33-year-old Roz Cates and 20-year-old Liz Mixel Batista are arrested after police say Cates cut off a cop car while leaving this gas station Tuesday on Northwest 27th Avenue. Police say Cates immediately got out of his car here and said he was armed, and also said he had a concealed weapons permit to carry a firearm.
But he also mentioned that there were 2 additional firearms in the glove compartment.
Police smelled marijuana.
When they opened the trunk, that's when the officers were in for a surprise. They also noticed that there was 3 additional assault rifles, short barrel with no stock, which made it very easy to be concealed. These assault rifles, they look like they were no joke. These can do a lot of damage.
These cops are really, they're orgasmic that they have found what they think is illegal cough syrup, some assault-style weapons, damn, I hate that phrase, and $20,000 in cash. The search of the trunk was determined to be illegal. That's according to the prosecutor, not the defense lawyers. And the judge ordered the return of the $20,000. The Miami-Dade Popo seized the money, believing that it was drug money, and asked the civil court judge to allow the department to keep the cash. Of course, civil asset forfeiture. They think they've got it. However, Haley Heath, Batista's co-worker, said at the hearing that her friend earned significant cash tips at the club. I felt that the glitter on the seized cash was compelling evidence, but apparently the Popo disagreed. Miami-Dade Circuit Judge Rodney Smith agreed that there was no probable cause for the seizure and ordered the cash be given back to the couple. Hey, look, guys. We got $20,000 in cash. We could buy us we could buy something new for the department with this, so let's keep it. Well, what's all this stuff flying out of it? Looks like glitter. I felt that the glitter on the seized cash was compelling evidence that it actually came from a stripper's tips. Tips, P-T-I-P-S. That's what I said, tips. The stripper's tips. Don't start with me.
Do you have payroll tax problems? Get your peace of mind back. Go to advancedtaxsolutions.com.
If you've been charged with a DUI, you need good representation. You need the law offices of Joseph A. Lazzara, 303-429-6200. He'll help you through the legal maze of deadlines and hearings. Don't roll the dice and pick just any attorney. Call Joseph A. Lazzara. a proven track record in DUI criminal defense. 303-429-6200 for a free initial consultation. 303-429-6200.
Life Certain Wealth Strategies provides financial planning with a focus on forward-looking tax mitigation strategies for those in or near retirement in Colorado. Life Certain Wealth Strategies. Discover the fiduciary difference. Visit lifecertain.com today to begin your planning.
This report is brought to you by QC Colorado.
It'll be mostly clear tonight, cooling down to a low of 64. Sunny tomorrow, a high of 95. Mostly sunny on Wednesday, a high of 90, with a chance for some afternoon storms.
Are your bedrooms too hot? Can't sleep at night? Air conditioning running non-stop? You can slash your AC costs by up to 80% and sleep in cool, comfortable, fresh air with a quiet, cool whole house fan. Visit QCColorado.com for more details. That's QCColorado.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW Denver.
It could be contentious. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump now in Brussels as he prepares for a meeting with our NATO allies after accusing the European countries of not contributing enough.
At issue is the great disparity in defense spending. In 2018, the U.S. committed more than $700 billion to defense, about 3.5% of our GDP. That's well north of Germany's $51 billion commitment, which is about 1.25% of its GDP, short of the 2% goal. In fact, only 5 NATO members met that target in 2017.
Fox's Kevin Corke in Brussels. The administration readying tariffs on another $200 billion in Chinese imports, ranging from burglar alarms to mackerel. The move escalates trade tensions between the U.S. and China. Last Friday, the U.S. imposed 25% tariffs on $34 billion in Chinese products. Beijing responded by hitting the same amount of U.S. imports. President Trump's Supreme Court nominee begins his first visits to lawmakers on Capitol Hill.
Judge Brett Kavanaugh's first visit on Capitol Hill was with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who said the veteran D.C. Circuit Court judge ought to get a fair hearing from the full Senate.
We've got a great nominee here that I think deserves bipartisan support. We got a few Democrats on Justice Gorsuch, and we're hopeful that we'll have a few of them on this nomination as well.
But Democratic leader Chuck Schumer says they'll fight to block Kavanaugh.
Fox's John Decker at the White House. McConnell has said he would like to hold confirmation hearings for Kavanaugh before the midterm election. Corpus Christi, Texas has a new congressman. Republican Michael Cloud has been sworn in, replacing Blake Farenthold, who resigned amid allegations of sexual harassment and an ethics probe. Cloud won a special election last month and is running for the seat this November. Fox News, fair and balanced.
When working at a growing business, you wear many hats. The new business hat, the buying toner for the copy machine hat, the sifting through tons of resumes hat. You can throw away that last hat thanks to Indeed.com. When posting your job, Indeed lets you add screener questions that give you a less time-consuming route to your short list of qualified candidates. So go ahead, dust off that extra long lunch hat. Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Save time on hiring when you post a job on Indeed. Get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
Hey there, I'm a glue stick, so I have one job. I glue kid stuff. So sorry for being jealous of Geico, who does a ton more, like give you 24/7 access to thousands of licensed agents. And Geico has been around for over 75 years and has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. While I've just got mediocre adhesive skills, Geico also has an award-winning mobile app. Uh-oh, arts and crafts time. No eating the glue stick, Miss Lydia!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Walking.
KHOW News Time, 6:03.
A two-step to a Denver courtroom today for the dancing FBI agent.
The agent, Chase Bishop, is charged with felony assault after accidentally shooting a man at Mile High Distillery. The judge amending Bishop's protection order, allowing him to carry his weapon both on and off duty. His next appearance in court is set for next month. No details yet on what's included in the district attorney's plea deal. Video did show the gun fall out of Bishop's waistband as he attempted a backflip while dancing at the bar. Then he accidentally fired into the crowd crowd as he picked his gun up, hitting one man in the leg.
Reporter Connor Shreve. Car thieves are using stolen cars to commit other crimes. Carol Walker with Coloradans Against Theft says the top cities for auto theft in Colorado are Denver, Colorado Springs, Aurora, Pueblo, and Lakewood. Colorado's 2 U.S. senators are in opposite camps when it comes to the president's choice for Supreme Court. Democrat Michael Bennet criticizes Judge Brett Kavanaugh. Republican Cory Gardner says he looks forward to meeting him. That's the latest. I'm Susan Whitkin.
This report is brought to you by the Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area.
Heading down to the Tech Center, stay off South I-25, the highway at a complete standstill and shut down. In the Tech Center, South I-25, shut down past Arapahoe Road. It's a semi on fire. Traffic is being taken off the highway southbound at Arapahoe, but it is a mess. Parking lot conditions. Light rail is also affected, suspended on lines E, F, and R in the Tech Center. There's a car fire on eastbound I-70 at Havana and a big accident eastbound 70 after Denver West. Denver's forecast. Tonight, clear skies, low of 65. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 94. Could have some afternoon storms on Thursday. Right now, it's 96 degrees. With traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
The Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area, protecting people, property, and our environment. Sign up for early flood alerts at udfcd.org. That's udfcd.org for early flood alerts.
Hey, it's Michael Brown.
You can try to find Michael Brown.
Brownie, you're doing a heck of a job.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Hold on tight to your dream. Yeah. Hold on tight to your dream.
I don't know whether this is you, but I bet it is.
Your top story, communities on edge because of a naked man lurking in neighborhoods. He's even broken into one home. Now he's been caught on surveillance video. And within the past few minutes, we've learned of another city where he may have struck. NBC Bay Area's Marianne Favreau is live in Fremont where the man was last seen. Marianne.
Well, I can tell you that this man strikes at night. Police say he has been spotted here in Fremont 4 times in the last month. The most brazen attempt was just last month here on the street where the man entered a home in the middle of the night and then stood naked at the bedroom door of a young woman.
Of course, she didn't have a gun because he had ended up, well, probably missing an appendage and bleeding out. DRT. Dead right there.
Police believe you'll recognize the man shown in this surveillance image, crouching on the doorstep of a home in Pleasanton Thursday. Investigators believe he's the same man who entered the back door of a home here on Andromeda Circle in Fremont last month and performed lewd acts at the bedroom door of an 18-year-old. She screamed. He took off.
I was surprised. I wonder why he had picked that house.
Is that the first thing that comes to your mind? So you got some creeper out there running around naked, committing lewd acts, whatever you want to interpret that to mean. Why did he pick my house? Because he's effing crazy, lady. Effing crazy. Why does California get all the fun stories? All we get are truck fires, a recycling center fire, and a car fire. We got 3 fires. We got the trifecta of fires, and California's got some nude guy running around. Of course, California also has this.
It's no secret San Francisco real estate is pricey and getting more expensive by the year. But new numbers show just how incredible the spike is. San Francisco home prices are now rising $205,000 a year. That translates to $561 every day.
You can 561. Let's see, $561 a day. Let me get my old iPhone calculator out here. 561 times 365 days, $204,765. If you could figure out a way to just like convert that increase in value to cash and just like live in a closet somewhere, say, look, I'll sell you my house. It's going to cost you $561 a day.
And here's a little more perspective. In 1997, the median price of a home was $274,000. Now it's $1.62 million. The data was compiled by the San Francisco company Paragon Real Estate.
Now, of course, San Francisco also has a problem with too much human feces on the street, too many drug needles on the street, so much so that of all people, all groups, the American Medical Association has canceled their convention scheduled later this year for San Francisco. So all of those goober techies that are driving housing prices up, there'll be a crash. And I can't wait to watch it. Macomb, Mississippi is let's do Louisville, Texas. This is a good one. Louisville, Texas, taxpayer relief shot.
Well, a 16-year-old dead, another wounded after allegedly breaking into an apartment in Louisville.
I'm not celebrating the death of a 16-year-old, but what's wrong with people?
Police say the resident of that apartment unit was the one who shot both teens. The 16-year-old has not been identified. The other teen, 17-year-old Ivory Tatum, was found with injuries to his face. He was taken to the hospital and then transported to Louisville jail. He is now facing charges.
Maybe, just maybe, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, right? Maybe if television stations around the country would do a daily segment, like I try to do, of just taking 2 or 3 minutes. Here are the taxpayer relief shots. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Kyle Clark or Jeremy Hubbard or anybody doing what I do? Now we come to the taxpayer relief shot segment. We're going to point out where legally armed American citizens have defended themselves from goobers who decided to try to break in and rape the daughter or, steal the family jewels or whatever. And they ended up either DOA or DRT. And we point this out as a public service announcement to all of the thieves, robbers, rapists, and everybody else out there that despite all of the pleas and cries and screaming from the left that somehow we need common sense gun legislation, we really don't. We just need people recognizing that a good guy with a gun usually ends up taking out a bad guy. Macomb, Mississippi.
Law enforcement still on the scene here as the Department of Homeland Security has taken over the investigation here in Macomb. This is the Social Security Administration building where the Pike County coroner says earlier this morning, 21-year-old Brandon Carter was fatally shot by a security guard after Carter stabbed his mother and grandmother.
What is wrong with people?
Now, the coroner, Jason Jones, says the family is from Foxworth, Mississippi, which is about 40 miles east of Macomb near Columbia. He says Carter died from a shot to the abdomen, but an autopsy still has to be done. Now, an official with Southwest Mississippi Regional Medical Center says the mother and grandmother are each being treated for stab wounds. One of them has been taken to Jackson to UMC. They say both are in critical but stable condition.
Hey, Angie, if you had to get shot and it was going to be fatal, you want a gut shot where you turn sepsis and you bleed out, or do you want a head shot, or what do you want?
I'd rather have a head shot.
I think so too. Just that, like right between the eyes, just boom, take me out instantly, right?
I want to watch myself bleed out.
Yeah, I don't want to bleed out either. Ugh. Don't want to sit there, somebody holding my guts in, blah, blah, blah. And like a single shot, like a 44, or you want a shotgun? Brown's really sick tonight. He's asking Angie some really sick questions. I don't want to get shot by a shotgun.
Why?
Well, a shotgun?
It's fatal?
Well, yeah, but...
You want an open casket or something?
No, I don't want to know. Good grief, no, I don't want an open casket. I want to be cremated.
What's the difference?
What's the difference what?
What's the difference if it's a single shot or a shotgun?
Well, no, I'm talking about... I'm talking... Like a 44 Magnum between the eyes, or a shotgun to the gut.
Oh.
I want the 44 between the eyes.
Yeah.
Boom, over and done. Like your elk hunting. I want a clean, instant kill. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Burnville, Pennsylvania.
A man trying to get away from police has died after authorities say he was run over by a bulldozer.
It happened on state game lands in Penn Township. Another man's been caught, and in the midst of all this, authorities say they found a marijuana growing operation.
Ah, the evil weed did it.
WFMZ's Jim Bassel is live in Penn Township with the latest for us. Jim.
Rob, what a good evening. The scene is clear now, but there was a large police presence here today. State Police Air Unit, their Vice Unit, even the Troop L Commander were all on scene here trying to piece together this bizarre series of events. A man has died at the hands of a bulldozer as police say he tried to get away from them. Police say Pennsylvania Game Commission maintenance workers spotted two men who they deemed suspicious, so the workers called police. Authorities brought a man into custody, and they say the other took off, and that's when state police brought in air support.
When the helicopter got up here, they saw the one guy that ran.
And you want to know the bulldozer part.
This report is brought to you by Pella of Colorado.
Tough drive right now. Bunch of problems. In the tech center, southbound I-25 completely shut down. All lanes are closed. It's a semi-fire. Southbound I-25 past Arapahoe Road. Southbound I-25 is stopped. From Yale, traffic is being taken off the highway at Arapahoe. Avoid the area. Also, light rail and tech center being suspended. The E, F, and R lines. Crash northbound 225 near Yosemite. Second crash northbound 225 up near 6th Avenue. And a car fire eastbound 70 at Havana. Then a forecast tonight, clear skies, a low of 65. Sunny tomorrow with a high near 94. Right now it's 95. With the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Phelan, 630 KHOW.
What makes a Pella window a Pella window? Testing the designs from -40 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit and drenching them in wind-driven rain while offering distinctive looks and detail. Testing beyond standards with style beyond the ordinary. Pella windows and doors. Perfectly beautiful.
You know, hail and severe storm season is here, and that's why I'm thrilled to be working once again with Spike McCarthy and Golden Spike Roofing. Golden Spike's a local company, and Golden Spike is dedicated to providing a better quality roof for the money than anybody else in town. And Spike, the owner, what a great guy. Spike is so committed to quality and making sure that your new roof is done right. He's not going to be satisfied until you're satisfied. And living in Colorado, we know that hail's not the only thing that can damage your roof. The recent high winds we had can also cause problems. So if you think you have damage, I want you to call Golden Spike for a thorough and free inspection. Maybe you have an insurance claim. Call Golden Spike first. They will assist you through the process, everything from claim to completion. So don't take a chance on an out-of-state fly-by-night roofer. For roofing done right to the last nail, call Golden Spike Roofing. 303-942-1386. That's 303-942-1386.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Get a licensed plumber or HVAC tech in your home for just $39. A safe, complete, and predictable way to find out what's wrong. Just $39. If you have them do any of the needed repairs, that diagnostic fee is waived. The best value in heating and air. Online at fixmyhome.com. That's fixmyhome.com.
When your house is in trouble, fix it 24/7. We'll be there on the double.
Belco is offering 2.5% APY on a 13-month CD for a limited time with balances of $10,000 or more. You heard right, 2.5% APY on a 13-month CD. To get that higher rate, you typically get stuck in a longer term, like 24 or 36 months, but not at Belco. This offer won't last, so visit any Belco branch, call 1-800-BELCO-1, or go online to belco.org/CDs to get started. Belco membership is required, federally insured by NCUA. Belco, banking for everyone.
I grew up in a military family, and that's why it's important to me to remind veterans that it's time to take advantage of the VA benefits that you deserve. This is Ross Kaminsky, and I thank you, and American Financing thanks you for your service and want to see that you receive the greatest savings when it comes to owning a home on the land you once defended. When using your VA benefits, there's no down payment and no mortgage interest required, and you'll receive some of the lowest rates in the industry. If you're already in a mortgage, it's no problem. You can refinance any existing mortgage into a VA loan while receiving access to 100% of your home's value. That's greater than any other loan program can offer. And even though it's called a VA loan, it's available to active duty military and spouses as well, so you don't have to wait to take advantage of such incredible savings. A salary-based mortgage consultant will listen to your financial goals and customize a loan program to fit your needs. Just call 303-695-7000, 303-695-7000, or AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
You know, I've told you before that I would not have endorsed a solar company because when I looked at the financials for the homeowner, it just didn't make any sense. Well, that's no longer the case now that I'm working with Zoetic Solar. And here's why. With Zoetic Solar, what they do is they replace your current electric bill as payment for your own solar panels. So your monthly out-of-pocket is the same, except that now you own your energy instead of renting it. No down payment is needed, and once your panels are paid off, you obviously have free energy for your house for life. The deal is you own those solar panels as opposed to renting them, which is what those other companies do. This gives you more money in your pocket and increases your home's value. And when Zoetic Solar puts solar panels on your roof, they're also free of charge going to insulate your attic and put in a smart home thermostat. Zoetic Solar is Colorado owned and operated right here in Denver. So if you're thinking about solar for your home or your business, I want you to call these guys for a free quote. 888-637-4447. That's 888-637-4447.
Sinking, heaving concrete, cracks in the garage, basement, sidewalks, stairs, and front porches shifting? Don't replace, fix with Crackerjack Mudjacking. 303-410-7787. 410-7787. CrackerjackMudjacking.com.
When you need bug bite relief.
Ow! Ow! What? Ow! Yikes!
Stepped in an ant bed relief.
What a pretty plant. Wait, was that...
Poison ivy relief. You need the power of Gold Bond Relief. Gold Bond Rapid Relief Cream has twice the medicines of hydrocortisone formulas to fight itch and relieve minor pain. Plus, vitamin E and aloe to help soothe skin fast. Gold Bond Relief starts now. Use as directed.
Dad, what are you doing?
Cramming for college.
I'm the one going to college.
Yeah, but we need to figure out how we're going to pay for it all.
Discover Student Loans.
Discover does student loans?
Yeah, they're one of the top student loan lenders in the country. It takes 15 minutes or less to apply, and there are no fees for the life of the loan. Best of all, I can earn cash rewards if I get good grades.
Really?
Yeah, we still have time to apply and get a great rate.
So I can just chill. College kids still say that, right?
No one says that, Dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Visit discoverstudentloans.com to apply today. Limitations apply.
Tom Martino, the troubleshooter. Tomorrow morning at 10.
Consumer problems, questions, and complaints. We'll battle them for you. Give me a call coming up tomorrow at 10.
Troubleshooter Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Let's go back to Burnville, Pennsylvania. Angie, you want to make the confession about when you were listening to this earlier today?
Oh, yeah.
You giggled.
A little bit.
Shame on you.
Just a little giggle.
Just a little. You heard taxpayer relief shot.
Oh.
And then you heard bulldozer.
No.
And you laughed.
That was not that's
Shame
not the story.
On you. Shame on you.
Heard death by bulldozer.
A man trying to get away from police has died after authorities say he was run over by a bulldozer.
It happened on state game lands in Penn Township. Another man's been caught, and in the midst of all this, authorities say they found a marijuana growing operation.
WFMZ's Jim Bassel is live in Penn Township with the latest for us. Jim.
Rob, Wendy, good evening. The scene is clear now, but there was a large police presence here today. State Police Air Unit, their Vice Unit, even the Troop L Commander were all on scene here trying to piece together this bizarre series of events. A man has died at the hands of a bulldozer as police say he tried to get away from them. Police say Pennsylvania Game Commission maintenance workers spotted two men who they deemed suspicious, so the workers called police. Authorities brought a man into custody. They say the other took off, and that's when state police brought in air support.
When the helicopter got up here, they saw the one guy that ran And they had eyes on him as he was running through this thick underbrush.
During a pursuit that lasted hours, Game Commission workers helped state police using their bulldozer to open a trail. Then, around 1:30, authorities say the bulldozer operator and the trooper riding with him made a grisly discovery.
So as they're blazing this trail through...
Wait a minute. A bulldozer blazing a trail. Swashbuckler bulldozers. That's the working title of the movie I'm working on. Swashbuckler bulldozers.
The brush, the trooper tells the operator to stop. And they looked behind the bulldozer, and then they saw the male that they were looking for was laying on the ground behind the bulldozer as they had already gone over that area.
The man was declared dead. Police say they discovered a marijuana growing operation in the area, but they have not connected that with either of the men at this point. Police say the bulldozer operator and the trooper on board had no idea what happened.
I'm telling you, that is so thick up there. There's no way that you could, there's no way you could see somebody laying in there.
And police have not yet released the identity of the man who was run over by that bulldozer, and they also say the man who was taken into custody is being held right now by state police.
But what about the bulldozer operator? Is he not going to get in trouble operating a bulldozer in a careless fashion, brandishing a bulldozer? I mean, I can think of all sorts of things. In Chicago, there was a incident where the police radios were crackling with stories of South Side shootings and gangbangers and, well, you know, the typical Chicago Police Department radio traffic. Suddenly, speeches of Adolf Hitler.
1772. 72. 14 more. Go get dinner. Leland and Kedzie. 10-4, enjoy. Was manche unter Ihnen trotz der zwingenden Großartigkeit dieser Herrscher unserer Partei sich wehmütigen. Units, watch your keys. Units, watch your keys. Well, not sure what that was, but glad it's over. Zone 1 station clear. Units, watch your keys. Units, watch your keys. Units, watch your keys. Got an open key on the zone. Anybody?
Do you think it's an open key? You think somebody's just messing with somebody?
Have an emergency. Switch to citywide. Units, watch your keys. Units, watch your keys. Have an open key on the zone. Units, watch your keys. 1, 2, 3. Watch your keys. Units, watch your keys and your partner's keys. Anybody has an emergency, please switch to a citywide. Any units have an emergency, please switch over to a citywide. We have a rogue radio.
A rogue radio. We got a rogue radio, and Hitler is alive. See, he didn't really die. He didn't die in the bunker. He didn't die in Argentina. He's alive and well in Chicago. Scott Adams says that the cartoonist that does Dilbert, one of my daily reads, says that Democrats are actually making themselves unhealthy.
That this Brandon Straka, what he's doing is far more important than I imagined when I was just reading the headline about it, and I didn't read the detail. Once you see his reason, that he realized the Democrats are manipulating people into this permanent unhealthy, very, very physically and mentally unhealthy, have I mentioned unhealthy state. So the Democrats, for their political benefit have caused the entire left to be in physical and mental distress for 2 years? Policy schmolicy. Does policy matter to you if you realize that your own team has made you deeply unhealthy for 2 years intentionally for their own gain?
For their own gain. The key phrase. They're more than happy to do it. They want to keep people afraid, scared. The apocalypse is coming. Trump is the devil incarnate, and Brett Kavanaugh is the latest spawn from that devil. So much of our society is now based on fear. I'd like to think that it wasn't always that way. When Tamara and I were at the undisclosed location over the 4th of July on that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know, I don't even remember what we were watching, but we were watching something on the old television. And something about what was being shown, which was from decades ago, made me turn and say, so was it really that much better then? Or is it just this much worse now? Because Scott Adams is right. Fear and unhealthy.
You're listening to The Michael Brown Show. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
This report is brought to you by the Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area.
Heading down to the tech center, stay off of South I-25. The highway is shut down and completely stopped. Problem is a semi-fire south on I-25 past Arapahoe Road. All lanes of south on I-25 shut down. Traffic is being detoured, taken off the highway at Arapahoe. South on I-25 is stopped from Yale. Try to avoid this area. Light rail lines also affected. Service suspended for the E, F, and R lines. Northbound 225 jam-packed. There's been problems near Yosemite. Crash at northbound 225 up near 6th Avenue, blocking the 2 right lanes. Then a forecast. Tonight, clear skies, a low of 65. It'll be sunny tomorrow with a high of 94. Right now, 95 degrees. For the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
The Flood Control District of the 7-county metro area, protecting people, property, and our environment. Sign up for early flood alerts at udfcd.org. That's udfcd.org for early flood alerts.
You know, all of us know or have heard a story about somebody getting a contractor, paying them a lot of money, only to get the job never done. Now, if you want to avoid that and you want to remodel your kitchen or bath, then you need to call Brian with Professional Home Design. Brian is fully licensed and insured. And unlike other bathroom and kitchen remodeling companies, Brian and Professional Home Design does everything. They put in the cabinets, countertops, plumbing, electrical fixtures. There's no part of the job that they're not qualified and certified to do. And here's why I like the way they do business. Once you sign the agreement and the work is scheduled, you meet with their designer at the showroom and you pick out your own tile, countertops, vanity cabinets, whatever. And then Professional Home Design buys everything it costs and pass that savings on to you. No markups. Call Brian and call or text him about your kitchen or bathroom remodeling right now. 720-369-8998 or online, professionalhomedesignsltd.com.
Running a small business can be demanding. The more you grow, the more you have to coordinate. There's more inventory, more employees, more customers. That's why small business owners need more from their internet service. The gig speed network from Comcast Business gives you more, with speeds up to 20 times faster than what most people have. That means powering more employees on multiple devices, more video conferencing, and more downloads in seconds, not minutes. Plus, for a limited time, when you get fast, reliable internet, you can add voice for just $24.95 more per month. Comcast is building America's largest gig speed network to give small businesses more. Call 1-800-501-6000 to join or visit business.comcast.com. Comcast Business. Built for business.
Offer ends 8/21/18. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Limited to one voice line and available only to new Comcast Business customers. Early termination fee applies. It requires Comcast Business Internet at additional monthly charge. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call for details. Converts up to 1 gigabit per second to 50 megabits per second downloads.
Today, we can age better than ever before, but some believe that taking hormones is unnatural. Michael Brown here for the Grossman Wellness Center. Dr. Grossman, my physician and an anti-aging specialist, says nothing is further from the truth. Growing older without the benefit of hormone replacement can lead to different health problems, and this is true for men as well as women. Our DNA has not really changed since the Stone Age, when we didn't survive past our 20s, an age where hormones are actually a problem. But today, we live into our 80s, 90s, and beyond. Hormone replacement is scientifically proven to improve energy, appearance, sleep, mood, and yes, even sex drive. If you're not getting any younger, I know I'm not, I want you to call now and learn how the doctors at the Grossman Wellness Center can help you age naturally and healthfully with safe and effective bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. I want you to call the Grossman Wellness Center right now and check on this. Call them at 303-233-4247, 303-233-4247, or online, grossmanwellness.com.
Hi, Dave Logan for the Willow Creek Way Network of Dental Practices. Now, these dental practices are all individually owned, unique practices that follow a common patient care philosophy called the Willow Creek Way. The part of this philosophy that I like best is no judgment. Whether it's been 6 years or 6 months, when you go to a Willow Creek Way Network dentist, you don't get lectured, pressured, or judged. You just get incredible customer service and top-notch dental care. So to experience the Willow Creek Way yourself, go to willowcreekway.com and find an incredible independent dentist near you.
Now's the perfect time to join a fan club at Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk. New members can win up to $1,000 in fan play or other great prizes just for signing up. Everyone's a winner and membership is free. Plus, provide a valid email address and you'll receive $5 in free fan play. Stop by Isle Casino Hotel Blackhawk and sign up today.
Must be 21. All terms, conditions, rewards, and benefits are subject to change or revocation without notice. Eligibility and exceptions apply. See official rules. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
I know that a lot of you are thinking about selling your home and getting one that you really want, but I also know that you have the same fear that we all have, and that is, if I sell my house, can I actually find another one? Well, Bobby Bolden has been selling homes for more than 40 years, and she says you got to know the tricks and techniques to finding the right house at the right price. Because getting your house sold in this market, well, that's the easy part. But learning how to pick the best offer to make sure that it closes with the least hassle and the top dollar for you, well, that's the trick. Well, Bobby is the one who teaches other realtors how to get top dollar for listings, to negotiate, and how to get the best possible deal for you. So when you list your home with Bobby, she's going to have it professionally staged and have HD photos taken to the house, and she pays for that out of her own pocket. She does that because it allows her to sell your home for 10 to 12% more on average than without it. So if you're thinking about selling your house, before you do anything, I want you to call Bobby. You're going to love her. Call Bobby right now at 303-618-2000. 303-618-2000.
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Fly the friendly skies of United. I wonder if this is still the official theme song of United Airlines. Rhapsody in Blue. Does it bring back memories of commercials? We're United Airlines. Fly the friendly skies. A Colorado woman is suing United Airlines for failing to protect her from a drunken passenger who allegedly molested her on a long-haul flight after telling cabin crew that he was horny, according to the Daily Mail. Ann Dowling says she fled her business class seat when she awoke to find Monty Weddle rubbing her crotch and masturbating under a rug during a flight from Hong Kong to San Francisco. She says she reported the 47-year-old to a flight attendant, but was told to resolve the incident by returning to her seat and to go talk to her attacker, according to papers filed as part of the civil lawsuit in Colorado Federal District Court. The cabin crew eventually moved Dowling to another seat further along the same row. However, a Weddle, a veteran freight pilot with FedEx, when you absolutely positively have to get you know what? Let's just stop this story while we're ahead. What do you think? I don't see this story going anywhere but down. So a veteran freight pilot with FedEx, when you absolutely positively have to get it there, like right now, is on a flight from Hong Kong to SFO and is now rubbing the genital area of another passenger. You know, that reminds me, this should scare the bejesus out of you when I'm doing a story like that, and it reminds me of a story that I have. Yes, right here, Delta. If we're going to bash United, the hometown, well, it's not really the hometown. I'm not really sure what the hometown of United is anymore. I know headquarters, HQ, is in Chicago, but what's Houston? That was the home of Continental, and just little old Denver stuck in the middle. Delta Airlines will begin limiting the number of emotional support animals that passengers can bring on its airlines, a shift that comes as lawmakers tighten rules governing the practice. I'm troubled by the sentence, the number of emotional support animals that a passenger can bring on. Starting today, as a matter of fact, the Atlanta-based carrier will allow only one such pet per customer and will stop considering pit bulls as emotional support pets. That's racist. I'm starting a movement for pit bulls. Congress began considering legislation narrowing the definition of such animals for air travel purposes earlier this year after a series of incidents, including one in which a dog died in an overhead bin during a United flight. Delta said its rules reflect growing safety concerns. No, it doesn't. You don't care about, well, you do care about safety. You care about safety because you don't want one of your planes to, crash. But comfort of your passengers, not one airline gives a rat's ass about that. Including cases in which employees were bitten. Earlier this year, the carrier began requiring pet owners to provide immunization records, and now it requires them to use the full-service check-in process when traveling with an animal. Well, that'll teach them. You mean I got to go through the real check-in process? I got to actually think about this. Now you got to talk to a human being. You walk up with your peacock or your Leonberger or your stupid...
Hey.
What? What?
Oh, where that was going.
I was going to say a dachshund.
Whatever.
I was going to say a dachshund.
Liar.
You walk up with your stupid dachshund. I'd never say anything stupid about a stupid corgi. I mean, it speaks for themselves. A bill from Senator Richard Burr, a Republican, that is backed by the airlines, of course. There you go, right there. A bill introduced by Senator Richard Burr, a Republican of North Carolina, that is backed by the airline industry. You don't think there's a little hoochie-coochie going on between Senator Burr and the airlines? Would effectively ban all pets except service animals from flying with their owners in aircraft cabins. We're probably one of the most highly regulated societies, and what good does it do us? Seriously. I mean, if you get on... I was flying one time from Buenos Aires to Mendoza. And you would think, oh no, I take that back. I was going from Mendoza, this is by the way, this is in Argentina. I was not going from Buenos Aires to Mendoza. I was going from Sao Paulo to some little backwoods country in Brazil. And I got on one of those puddle jumpers. I don't remember what it was. This is like 20, 30 years ago. And there were chickens on the plane. I was flying with people that were taking their chickens home. As the Reverend, what's his name? America's chickens were coming home to roost. Reverend Jeremiah Wright. Instead, those chickens were going home to roost somewhere in Brazil. There's a backlash on social media about negativity. It's about time.
And yeah, I won't be voting for a party that calls everybody racists and Nazis. And I'm hoping the hysteria will die down because it's really disheartening. You know, I can't, this is a second YouTube or a second Facebook channel because I can't even go on my regular channel. This, you know, my Facebook feed is just cancer. It's just people hating on each other. I'm not going to have, I like people. When I'm in, you know, when you're around people face to face, they're nice. People are generally good. You get on social media and it's just a cesspool. I can't even do Twitter. Yeah, so I'm just not going to do it. This campaign has sort of made me hopeful because reading people's comments and seeing that people can have a dialogue with each other, even though, you know, maybe somebody's pro-choice, pro-life, they're not being awful to each other. And that's how we should be. And that's, you know, I'm hoping that we can get there. So anyways, keep up the good work, everybody. I really enjoy your videos.
But she just said she hates the comments. I like your videos, but I hate your comments. I was told by the editor of The Hill, where I write occasionally, never read your own never read your comments in your stories. I always do. It's just like I read all the things you goobers write every single day.
This report is brought to you by KHOW Distributors.
Big delays continue south on I-25 in the tech center. The highway is completely shut down. South on I-25 past Arapahoe Road. It's a semi on fire. All lanes are closed. South on I-25 stopped from Yale. Stay off that highway. Traffic is being taken off the interstate. South on I-25 at Arapahoe Road. Light rail service also suspended along the EF and R lines. Northbound 225 is a mess. A big crash on northbound 225 up near 6th Avenue that is blocking up the two right lanes. Then the forecast. Tonight, clear skies, low of 65. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high of 94. Right now, 95 degrees. For the traffic and weather, I'm Susan Thielen, 630 KHOW.
It's an exciting time to join the KHOW team as a delivery driver. KHOW offers day one benefits and your safety first. Call 800-800-2175. That's 800-800-2175. First year pay averages $77,000.
Are you looking for a medical clinic with an affordable concierge program? You know, concierge medicine is great, but often way too expensive. Well, Grossman Wellness Center is offering many concierge programs that have focused, individualized care, including doctor visits and lab testing. For example, the program for optimal wellness, that's designed to help slash by half the risks of heart disease and cancer, the two leading causes of death. They've got programs focused on bringing you the numerous health benefits of bioidentical hormone supplements. So if you're looking for a personalized and affordable concierge healthcare program, then you need to consider a mini concierge program at Grossman Wellness Center. Give them a call today, 303-233-4247. And don't forget to mention me, Michael Brown, for a 50% discount on your initial consultation and testing. So call my doctor, Dr. Grossman, at 303-233-4247, or go online, visit them at grossmanwellness.com. That's grossmanwellness.com.
You can be young without money, but you can't be old without it. Tennessee Williams said that, and it's still true today. Remember the good old days when you pooled your change for a burger and a shake to share? Or you took a road trip with just enough cash to pay for the gas? When you're young, you can roll with the punches. But when you're retired, you need to know you'll have the income you need. Hi, this is Linda Gardner with Blue Heron Capital and host of Your Money, Your Retirement, right here on KHOW every Saturday. You worked hard and saved for your retirement. Now it's time to make sure you have income to last your lifetime. Call today for your complimentary, no-obligation visit and see how to get started with your own retirement income strategy, an income you won't outlive. Call right now, 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
When's the last time you replaced your toothbrush? Do you always brush twice a day for a full 2 minutes? Paying attention to these good habits has a huge impact on your health. Introducing Quip, spelled Q-U-I-P, the new electric toothbrush that helps to fix the brushing habits that most people get wrong. Quip does this with a lightweight and sleek design, simple timed vibrations and guiding pulses to give you a perfect 2-minute clean. Bulkier electric brushes have awkward charging stands, modes you don't need, and can cost 5 times as much. Quip starts at just $25, and you can get brush head refills automatically delivered on a dentist-recommended 3-month schedule for only $5, and shipping's free. Quip has been featured in GQ, Oprah's O-List, and Time Magazine named it one of the best inventions of the year. So go to getquip.com/KHOW right now and get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/KHOW, spelled GETQUIP.com/KHOW.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Get a licensed plumber or HVAC tech in your home for just $39. A safe, complete, and predictable way to find out what's wrong. Just $39. If you have them do any of the needed repairs, that diagnostic fee is waived. The best value in heating and air. Online at fixmyhome.com. That's fixmyhome.com.
When your house is in trouble, fix it 24/7. We'll be there on the double.
Hello, everybody. Chef Travis here from Low Country Kitchen. What's the secret to the best fried chicken in Denver? Using tasty and delicious Redbird Farms chicken. Available at King Soopers, City Market, and Safeway. For more info, go to redbirdfarms.com.
Your experience is going to be better at the DMV.
We are upgrading our computer systems in order to serve you faster.
Title and registration services will be unavailable August 1st through 5th. Online and participating kiosks will remain open for registration renewals. All Colorado driver license services are unavailable August 2nd and 3rd. To find out more, go to colorado.gov/DMV. Sponsored by the Colorado Division of Motor Vehicles, the Colorado Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Time changes everything. For me, becoming a single parent of 2 young kids changed my ability to use my timeshare. And when my annual maintenance fees nearly tripled over a 3-year period, I had to get out. I'm Brandon Reed, founder of Timeshare Exit Team. We will legally get you out of your timeshare you can't use or afford. Schedule your free consultation. If we can't get you out, we will give you a full refund.
Call 844-955-EXIT. That's 844-955-EXIT or timeshareexitteam.com.
Where can you attend a 2-day event for just $10 and the parking is free? Only the Tanner Gun Show. A $10 ticket gets you in both days this weekend at the Denver Mart. Buy, sell, or trade at over 700 tables with the most new and used guns displayed. There's free gun and accessory giveaways both days with no purchase necessary. Tanner supports responsible gun ownership and background checks are run on all gun purchases. Don't miss the Tanner Gun Show this weekend at the Denver Mart, 58th and I-25. Visit TannerGunShow.com. Ross Kaminsky, mornings 5 to 10.
President Trump now begins a week-long trip to Europe, first meeting with NATO allies and eventually with Vladimir Putin. Will he play nice with our friends or our enemy? Let's discuss Wednesday morning at 6 here on 630 KHOW.
Think it's time for a change. You may get disgusted, start thinking that I'm strange.
Speaking of that last segment where I'm laughing about the girl that makes the YouTube and how the comments on social media are cancerous. There's somebody over on the Facebook Live that posted a fairly lengthy, for Facebook, a fairly lengthy comment. And I think it's someone that Tamara and I know. And so when I went to look at the profile, suddenly I discovered that I'm blocked. So here's what bugs me. If you don't have the courage of your convictions to say what you believe and then allow somebody to respond, because I can't respond to it. I can't look this person up. Now, Angie can, which tells me that she has specifically blocked me. Get some guts. Come on. If you want to have a conversation, I'm more than willing to have a conversation. If for those of you that are on Facebook, it's the comment now, second or third from the bottom, from someone named Vicky. And I don't find her comments particularly offensive, but I certainly would engage with them because I don't think they're correct. That's why when you hear people like Joy Reid,
you know, there is a thing in Republican Party politics where...
Tell us what it is, Joy. Tell us, from your point of view, what this thing is in Republican politics.
Not being erudite as a speaker is seen as a virtue. It was...
Oh, so being what? A rube? Being a goober? That's seen as being somehow a good thing? I don't think so.
With George W. Bush, the idea that he's plain spoken, and so when he would mangle the language, even the media would read that as authentic and great, right? He would make up words and people would say, great, that's great. It's his lexicon. Charming. Right. It's Sarah Palin, the same sort of thing, where even the media was enchanted with the way she spoke. And that is actually seen as a virtue for Democrats, whereas you would see people disparage President Obama for being almost too erudite and too articulate.
Ooh. Where with Obama, you would see people disparaging him for being too erudite. Erudite is an adjective. It means generally showing great knowledge, great understanding, great learning. Oh, Joy, bite my ass. I swear, these people.
That is actually seen as a virtue for Democrats, whereas you would see people disparage President Obama for being almost too erudite and too articulate.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think there's a fine line. There's always a sense that to be too articulate is to be distant, is to be the egghead. That's part of why Adlai Stevenson didn't become president.
Right.
But then on the other...
I might disagree with that. Adlai Stevenson didn't become president because he had really bad policies and he was a horrible candidate.
On the other hand, we do have a very new situation where you can be aggressively, flagrantly, proudly inarticulate. Right. As in basically violating the language on purpose and looking up with a smile daily, and have that be part of why you become president of the United States. Sarah Palin was a beginning with that kind of word ambrosia of hers, and the fact that she was still taken seriously by people with IQs over 80.
Wow. So we got Trump claiming that Maxine Waters' IQ is in the 60s, and apparently Republican voters have IQs in the 80s. Which do you think is correct?
And then Trump ends up being the culmination of that kind of thing. I really think that future presidential candidates should try not to be too articulate, because part of that is just our American anti-intellectual quality.
Right.
But it also shows that content, when we process language, can be less important than just the tone. It's the first thing that hits. It's the layer of us that is still an ape. And one can take advantage of that.
You know, here's what really bugs me about this. What bugs me, and look, sometimes I make fun of my Southern accent, sometimes I talk funny, sometimes I deliberately mispronounce things, sometimes I slur my words because I'm talking way too fast. That's just old debate habits. But this kind of arrogant attitude of people on the East Coast, from people like Joy Reid and whoever that dumbass was that she was talking to, that somehow believe that those of us, either in flyover country or from the South, but are from someplace other than the Washington-New York corridor or the Los Angeles-San Francisco corridor, that we're all rubes and that we're not cool enough to understand articulate speech, and instead we pay attention to tone. What they fail to understand is that both content and tone are effective tools for communication. You have to have the right tone And you have to have the right content if you're going to be a persuasive speaker, if you're going to be an effective speaker. You have to have both. And sure, some people don't have tone and some people don't have content. Some people don't have both. I don't listen to them. But I like somebody with good tone, good content, that is variable, that isn't monotone, that just isn't the same over and over and over and over and rah. They are the most arrogant bastards around. Ugh.
That's pretty much all I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building.